All right, we are recording.
Yo, yo.
Right.
Anybody got anything new to talk about? I mean, Jeannie, we could talk about our situation a little bit, I guess.
Sure.
I don't know if you want me to explain it in short terms or. I mean, we're not gonna get into detail of like why or anything, but okay, I'll just say. So
Yeah.
we had, so this short film that we're filming, we have 3 people in it, and one of them is not in it very much. Like, right, I don't want to get into specifics, so it's not spoiling anything. But anyways, the person that's like opposite of me dropped out like a week before we were gonna film, so now we are having to reschedule this short film to find another actress for it. I think it's honestly for the best though. I think that's all I'll say. After
I can agree.
After looking
agree.
into things more, I think it's gonna turn out better.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about it, and I actually feel I was able to make arrangements with other parts of the crew beyond the talent space, and I just feel a lot better about it now. I feel it was the difference between a maybe to a surefire, this is the right decision, no matter how much money's going into this kind of thing. So I'll leave it at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
So
at least
Yeah.
it seems like it's going to work out for the better then.
So instead of
Yeah.
filming this in like 5 days, we're probably gonna be filming it in like what? It was like maybe like early September, late September, because it's gonna have to be on either side of my Disney World week.
Yeah, that's the hope is
Yeah.
September for film festival stuff like that is my priority right now, just to get it like in
Dude,
the right festivals and stuff.
if all we had to do is push it back like 2 weeks, that'd be sick, dude. That wouldn't
Yeah.
be bad at all.
Everything else is lined up. It's really
Yeah.
like just need to lock in the talent and then we're good to go. So I don't
Yes.
know. We'll talk more. I hate to talk about it before it's like actually done because now I'm like holding my breath a little bit. But once
Yeah,
it's like shot and done, I'm like
I'm
yeah.
a firm believer, man, that everything happens the way it's supposed to, so
Yeah.
it'll happen
Thank you.
whatever way,
Thank you.
Either way, I mean, it's just the one person that we gotta replace. It's everything else is
Yeah.
good to go. So
Yeah, at least
I
it's
guess
only
we'll-
one person.
yeah, and like I said, I
Not a
definitely think it's gonna turn out even better now. So,
Thank you, dude.
let's see. So I did want to
Good.
talk about. I had 2 topics that I thought would be good to talk about. One was Colts, because we had mentioned last time we wanted to talk about Colts a little bit.
I totally forgot that you wanted to talk about that.
I
Okay.
definitely want to talk about the Manson murders a little bit. But the other
Oh,
thing I was going
yeah.
to talk about
Oh,
is
yeah.
just music, like, because I've been finding myself kind of not like music is stale right now too. Like in my opinion, like I don't.
It's going to be getting there though.
Yeah.
Depending on who you listen to, I guess.
I mean, I listen to
got
everything.
A lot of my
so-
people are dropping albums. So
What kind of like
Again.
bands are you talking about?
I heavily listen to Machine Gun Kelly. So he just announced his next album's name. And so originally after like the whole Eminem thing happened and he went the pop punk route, which he already was planning to do anyway. And everybody was like, oh, Eminem made him quit rap, whatever. Well, it's not the case. He's always had like a rock influence. He dropped Tickets to My Downfall.
Okay, but rock or pop punk? Because those are 2 very different things.
I mean, like it's still like a rock influence kind of,
Okay.
like it's still a band and playing the guitar, all that stuff.
I don't know if
So,
I'm on board with that. I was never a huge fan of him, but like that, just I don't know.
Right. Dude, he's incredible. He really is. He's hands down one of the best performers. A lot of people don't know he has a full band when he performs. It's not just
Yeah.
him. He has a full, very talented band. All in their own rights. They're all very talented musicians. So, yesterday he dropped the news that he's doing another pop punk album because he was supposed to do a rap album. And everybody was pumped for it because they wanted to see how this was all going to turn out from going pop punk, getting a #1 album, and then going back to rap. So he's told us, the fan base yesterday, he put the rap album on the back burner. They're still working, still, making that album. But then him and Travis Barker released a picture of them with Born with Horns
I saw that.
on their arm, the tattoo.
Yeah,
That's the new album name.
that's pretty dope.
So they're doing another pop punk album together. So
That's cool,
I was
yeah.
like, okay, That'll be pretty cool. So that should be coming out soon, and then he does have a rap album that he's still working on, so that'll be huge.
Bro,
And then Ice Nine Kills as well.
Ice
has
Nine
their album
Kills.
coming out.
They're
my favorite band.
I got a black eye at a concert because I caught Travis Barker's drumstick and everybody
No
like swarmed
way.
me. Yeah, it's somewhere around here.
way.
Yeah.
You have a Travis
That's
Barker
so cool.
dude.
There's no
Oh
way
my
to
God,
prove it except it's like his brand, you know, and it's all beat to shit.
Right.
But yeah, it's somewhere around
frame
here.
that shit, dude. That's legendary.
Yeah,
Dude's
it
a
was crazy.
legend.
Some chick was like we should hang out or whatever. Was trying to take it. I was like, hell no.
Oh yeah.
Play this mom, bitch.
Hang
I
out
don't
so you
know.
can steal it when I'm sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah, hard pass.
Yeah, that was.
That's
I
crazy.
want to say like 4 years ago. 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. It was at a they do this thing in San Francisco called Not So Silent Night, and it's like a huge festival with like a bunch of different bands. I saw
Nice.
Jimmy Eat World. They were fucking awesome live, dude. I saw them. I saw Blink-182, which they were good, but like it's just not the same without Tom DeLonge, man. I don't know. I just don't. I don't like it. This new album they released is way too like poppy. I was just like, I didn't even listen to any of it.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it.
And then I saw, not Foster the People. There's another band there's a couple of them, but yeah, it was really cool. And then
yeah,
I ended up catching that drumstick. But
that's awesome.
I listen to everything, man. Like
Same.
because of gaming and stuff, I'm definitely into like synthwave and stuff like that. But there's only so much of it that's good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I finally got to go to a Sullivan King concert not too long ago, and he is phenomenal. He's like an EDM metal artist, and he plays guitar and shit too. Does like the vocals and stuff. Dude, his sets are insane. His visuals behind him, oh man, that was wild.
I saw another band that was there. It was those people who do that "Walking on a Dream" song. You know that song?
No.
I think it's
If I
like
heard it, maybe.
Empire of the Sun. I think is the name of the band.
Yeah.
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 They were good, but like every single one of their songs kind of sounds the same. So like after like the 10th song, you're
It's
like,
stale.
all right, and they're still like,
Gotta switch it up.
yeah. But
I'm pumped for Ice Nine Kills' new album because they ended up doing the horror movie route again. So it's Welcome to Horrorwood, The Silver Scream 2, which The Silver Scream was the last album, and every song was based around a horror movie. And
that's cool.
They absolutely crush it. And then their music videos are horror movie based and all that. They do really good. They just dropped the new one yesterday. It's called Assault and Batteries, and it's about Chucky.
Okay, that's cool.
So I want to check that out. And then they dropped
I get it.
what was the other one? It's called Hip to Be Scared, and it was about American Psycho.
Okay.
So they did 2 music videos, and they're obviously the one's American Psycho based, and the other one's Chucky. So I watched the
love
Chucky
that
one
movie,
yet.
man.
So
American
I'm gonna
Psycho.
do reactions on my YouTube. I just watched it for the first time in my life. Like
It's so
2
good,
weeks
bro.
ago.
It's so
insane. It really is like
It's like a dark
mind-blowing.
comedy. Yeah, it's
Kinda, yeah. And Christian
the-
Bale plays a phenomenal role.
Yeah.
That dude like crushed that role.
Dude, when they're like sitting at the business table and like he hates Jared Leto and they're like all comparing their business cards and he's like, how the fuck did he get this print or whatever? He's like all pissed.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no, that's a good movie, man. I like when he's like running around naked with a chainsaw. He's like chasing some chick.
Yeah, he like full out loses
Yeah,
it at the
dude.
end. And then at the end he like confesses to like one of his friends or whatever, or like his
Yeah,
coworker.
and
that he
like
killed all these people, and he's like, no, you didn't.
yeah, there's so many theories about the ending of that movie.
So you're left with like, did he my take on it was, did he imagine all this and he thinks he's a psycho? Or
I
did
think-
he really do all this shit
Yeah.
and nobody believes him because of his reputation?
Yeah,
Nobody would ever think this dude's a killer.
yeah, it could be either way.
Which a lot of serial killers, that's kind of the thing. Everybody is usually like, there's no way. He was like the nicest guy, or he carried himself so well. Like Ted
Yeah.
Bundy, dude. Dude was like a lawyer or some shit, or was like trying to be a lawyer, went to law school and all that shit. And like carried himself well, spoke well, and then he's a fucking mass murderer.
Yeah,
Like,
Chris, have you
what?
seen American Psycho?
No, I was trying to watch it.
Gotta
I don't
watch
have
it.
it on Vudu. So.
I might have to get it with 4K on there.
Gotta watch
Yeah,
it
no,
for
dude,
sure.
like that scene where he finally like invites Jared Leto over to kill him, and then like he's talking about the music.
Bro, wait, straight up just spoiling it
Dude,
for me now.
if you see anything American Psycho related,
It only
it's
came
that
out
scene.
30 years ago.
It's that scene. That's like the scene that everybody talks about. So
Yeah.
Does Jared Leto play Paul?
yeah, but I
Okay.
just think it's funny. He's like describing the music. He's like this band something, you know. And
Yeah.
then, hey Paul, just like goes
Wow.
out with the axe. Yeah.
That's what's funny. Like so I think you would enjoy Ice Nine Kills' new video because before they do their breakdown, like a metal breakdown, he's like, "Hey Paul," and he like screams it or whatever in like a metal vocal, and
Yeah.
then boom, oh shit,
That's
just
cool.
hit my mic, drops it, dude. Oh man, it seems like this album's gonna be really heavy, like more heavy than the Silver Scream, so I'm here for it. I just listened to Salt and Batteries before the podcast, and it's like,
Jeannie, what do you
cool.
Jeannie,
It's
what do you
so
listen
sick.
to? Like classical music
Well,
or what?
yeah, I listen to Final Fantasy piano covers.
Yeah.
I do seriously, but
I listen to
I
all
also-
kinds of stuff. Yeah.
I've been into like Megadeth lately, so like they have an album coming out soon. I don't know when, but Iron Maiden, if you guys are into that, is coming out with a new
Oh, yeah.
one. First one in 6 years.
Yeah,
That one
Iron,
would be
Iron
really good.
Maiden's good. I Megadeth. I like. I don't know. I've never been crazy about the vocals, like their singer, the way
Yeah.
he sings. I've never like. It's always been
Yeah.
like the thing that I didn't like the most. But dude, I mean, as far as like all the big, what was it? The big four, like all the original metal
Yeah.
bands.
The
God,
Thrash
dude,
guys, yeah.
Metallica blows now, man. They suck, dude.
they're headlining every festival this year. It's so annoying.
Dude, they, like that
I'm like,
last
dude,
album
you
that
could
came
get
out,
anybody better.
they only had one song that I could like actually listen the whole way through. You know,
Which one?
Mhm.
I don't even remember, dude. That's how like just bad they are now. Like, I mean, ever since they got sober, their music's just sucked. To be honest.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. I think the vocal thing on Megadeth, like that's what kept me back from it for like the longest time until like something just like clicked in my head to where like I just related to the way he was like yelling. It's like, yeah, okay.
Like the last
You get down with
decent album was the one that has like the Unforgiven on it.
Oh, Black Album? 91?
Is it?
Damn.
Is it? That's what they call it, Black Album?
Yeah, the Black Album, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like the last album I actually like care about. After that, it's like you see how much they like rely on like their old music for like inspiration. Like they have the Unforgiven 2 and 3 and all this stuff. It's like they don't sound anything like they don't sound good. Like it's bad.
Yeah. I actually really loved Death Magnetic in high school, like the one
Okay,
that Death
yeah, I'll admit there's a couple good ones on that album.
Yeah,
And
that was
like,
like my favorite from them for a while, but now I'm not,
what is
like-
it called? Through the Never. That concert like movie thing they did was
Oh,
actually pretty
yeah.
cool. Because that was
Yeah,
that was like the last time I've seen the what's his name? Can't think of his name. The lead singer.
James Hetfield.
Yeah, that was like the last time I've seen him really like try to sing like he used to, and now it's just like he just doesn't even try. It seems like when he sings all his old
Weird.
songs, it's like he's just using his normal voice, and it's like God, it's not the same. Yeah, it's cool to see him acting though, because he's like
Yeah.
he was in the Ted Bundy movie with Zac Efron. He was the cop that catches him. I think
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Did that movie come out?
A long ass time ago, man. Like two
Yeah.
and a half years
I
ago.
had seen something about it and got super pumped. I think maybe I'd seen something in theaters or whatever about it, and then I never saw anything about it. And I think you had mentioned it on a previous podcast.
I mean,
I totally
It's a
forgot
Netflix
about it.
movie,
But I'm like, I've
yeah.
been wanting to watch it.
Zac Efron, his movies are just notoriously aight. They're just never.
Yeah.
They're never anything great. Like Baywatch
Yeah.
was, dude. Part of Baywatch was fun, and then it just kind of went for like the last half. But
What was the name of the movie with the Ted Bundy movie for?
I can't
Zac?
remember. Hey, if
It
you-
was like extremely wicked,
Yeah,
shockingly
yeah.
vile, and evil, or something like that.
Yeah, it's like extremely wicked, shockingly vile, and cruel, or something like that. Yeah,
Extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and
Here we go.
yeah,
Wow.
shockingly evil and vile. Yeah,
Wow.
but
Oh, you know what? I'm a dumbass. I did see this.
I
Never
might watch that
It's on Netflix.
when I get a
I
when I get
seen
a
the
chance. I'll
girl
watch it.
actor and
Yeah.
the female actor, and I was like, or actress, and I was like, yeah, I've seen this.
You've seen
So,
it?
the
Okay.
I guess I
The
have.
guy that-
Yeah,
It's
I
just
totally
that
forgot
forgettable.
I did, I guess.
Yeah.
The
Damn.
guy that made that movie, this is kind of like
That's sick.
speaking with Colts. There, you guys ever heard of that West Memphis 3 trial?
No,
About,
it's-
like,
I've heard of
yes.
it, but I don't know anything about it. Like I don't know what it's
Yep.
about.
So like there's the best documentary I think I've ever seen is called Paradise Lost, and it's a trilogy, about these kids in Arkansas, like kind of like shitty town, really poor area, and basically these 3 8-year-old boys suddenly disappear and then are found like terribly like mutilated and castrated, and just like their bodies are washed up in a creek, and
Yep.
nobody knows who to blame. And so they pick out these 3 kids, one of them who is like pretty mentally ill, the other who was like a pretty hardcore goth guy with like, black straight hair and always wearing black. And then another one that was also kind of mentally ill. And the documentary is about this, is about the trial. It was like one of the first trials they had cameras in for, and like HBO was like filming the whole thing. It's like, it was like this big, story behind it. It's worth watching. I don't want to say like if you don't know the outcome of the case, it's worth like watching the films. But like
Have you,
there's cult stuff about it where it's like you don't know if
dude? I think that's why I liked True Detective so much. That first one, because it's so cult heavy. I'm like, bro, that just adds like to the darkness of it. It makes it so much more creepy.
Last podcast on the left did a thing about the Memphis 3. If you guys have never heard last podcast on the left and you love like true crime and like paranormal stuff, serial killers, all that stuff, dude, they're fucking hilarious. And also like get all the details. They research forever, but they're so fucking funny with it. It's just, I was dying the other day on one of like the newer episodes, and I was re-listening to the Ed Gein ones, and dude, they just make it like it's such a fucked up scenario with the like Ed Gein for sure. But it's like they find comedy in it without like being disrespectful, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I get what you mean.
Because like you don't want to make it like it's like whatever.
Chris, have you watched any of like the crime documentary stuff, like Making a Murderer? No. The first season, Making a Murderer, is fantastic. The second one I tried to watch and was like, yeah, this is just them milking it too much.
No, I haven't seen any of that stuff.
You should watch The Staircase too, Chris. I think you would find that pretty crazy. Have you guys seen that one? That's the one where the father gets accused of murdering the wife because like they think she pushed her down the stairs, and then so like they find out all this other like secret shit like that's going on in his life comes out. I don't want to spoil any of it, but like one of the big major points is that like halfway through the trial they found out that when he was staying at like a vacation home or something like that, that somebody that he was with like she like fell down the stairs and I think she died. So it's like, bro, is he just like pushing people down the stairs? But yeah, it's called The Staircase. But like really it's just crazy, like the fact that like the father gets basically accused of murdering the mom, and then like the kids are like, I feel like I don't even know my father because all this shit comes out during the trial about like how he's been kind of like going around everybody's back and leading like a double life almost.
Right.
Pretty crazy.
I listened to this podcast called Murder in America, and I think I may have mentioned it before when we were talking about other stuff, but it's a YouTuber, his name's Colin. He does the Paranormal Files is his YouTube channel, so he does like a lot of paranormal investigations and stuff. So him and his fiance started a podcast, Murder in America, but they cover a lot of the cases that not many people have heard about. And the other day I listened to one, it was in Oklahoma, is the Beaver brothers. I guess the last name I think was Beaver, and they were like, I want to say like 16 and 18 years old, roughly, something like that. And they lived with a family that was like super like Christian, and I believe they were homeschooled, and the family really kept to themselves. Like a lot of the neighbors like were like, we rarely see this family. Like they're very to themselves, Yeah. And I guess from like a young age, the one brother for sure, just was fascinated with like the Columbine murders and all this stuff. And he got it in his head that he wanted to, they both kind of did. The one more so influenced the other one, but he was still psycho too, the younger one. And basically we're like, we want to go on like a massive killing spree so we can be, headlined. They wanted a Wikipedia page and all this stuff about them. They just wanted to be talked about. And that's how they were going to leave their imprint on America, I guess. Don't know why. Kind of weird. Came from a Christian family. Maybe the fact they were so, like, distanced from society made them feel that way. Some resentment or something, whatever.
Is it just
But
me? Like I wanted to mention real quick. Is it just me, or
Yeah,
is
go for
like I mean I don't know how to like go about saying it, but I always noticed like growing up in school that it was the kids who were like their family was like super religious, like super strict parents. They were always the one who like
was a little
always started acting up and doing a bunch of crazy shit once they got to high school. Like what,
I
like
think
all
it's just
those
because they're so
people.
sheltered.
Yeah. And like
So
I
sheltered.
know a lot of like I grew up with a lot of Mormon friends that as soon as like they turned
Oh, yeah.
18, they like left the church and everything, and they're like I
Mormon's
remember
nuts.
when I used to
That
use
religion.
Snapchat, I would always see them like smoking and drinking and partying and all this stuff, and like this one chick got pregnant and all this stuff. I'm like, damn, man,
Yeah, 'cause
like
they can't do anything. Like,
yeah,
they can't even
drink.
They
They can't even drink soda, bro. They can't even have caffeine.
Yeah.
Your body's a temple is
Yeah.
their whole thing, you know. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. But real quick, going back with the Beaver brothers, they initially, the way that they were going to start their spree, because their whole plan was, well, I guess I could lean into this. So they felt their family was in the way, and they had a big family. So they had like a sister who was like 13, and then a brother that was like 7, sister that was 5, a 1-year-old sister. I think I'm missing like one more. Yeah, brother that was 13 as well. So what was that, like 5 other kids, and then mom and dad. So they had it in their heads that they needed to go and kill the whole family first, slaughter them all, and then they were going to go on a like nationwide killing spree. Now somehow these guys started like collecting knives at first because they knew that they needed knives and body armor. They knew that they needed those 2 things so that way they could take out the family, because if they used guns, the neighbors would know. So they start buying all these knives, and the 13-year-old daughter or sister or whatever was starting to get concerned and like express that to her parents. She's like, isn't it weird that they're buying all these knives? And then I think she noticed the body armor too. They're like, oh no, we don't really think anything of it, you know, it's just like a knife collection or whatever. Which I was like, if my kids started buying all this shit, I'd be like, what are you doing? And
The
also,
hell
how
you
are they
need all
buying
this
all this
for?
stuff at like 17 and 18 years old? I'm like, how are you buying all this shit?
Yeah.
Well, then they start buying ammo and somehow started getting guns. And I'm like, if the parents are this strict and are keeping it, you know, keeping them all contained or whatever, how is this happening? They had thousands of rounds of ammunition being delivered to the house.
I don't know, man.
But they were
it
was being delivered the night before they committed the murders.
As
Day after.
As a parent, and like because I've talked to my wife, I'm like, because she's like, you know, that we want to have kids, right? Like, but we're like, 3's the max, you know. I think like 3 is the most we want to have. But she's like, you know, that she really wants to have a girl, and I was like, yeah, me too. I was like, you know, like having a girl would be cool. And she's like, oh, you know, because it's gonna be daddy's girl and everything. And then as soon as I was like, yeah, until they turn like 13, and it just goes all downhill, you know. Like, as soon as like they start dating, it's just when it's like, oh god. But
especially in today's society, man. I'm scared to have a daughter because it's like, man, like the OnlyFans stuff and all this shit. It's being like so not flaunted, really. I guess it's the wrong word, but like it's like, and
I think it's all how
do
you
whatever
raise
you gotta
them.
do.
I think it's all how you raise them.
I think so too, but at the same time,
you can't be over strict.
I mean,
you can't be overly strict.
You can be heavily influenced by like outer things too, social media and stuff like that. Like they see it every day, they're on it every day.
Yeah, I think you just have to have to be very transparent. And, you know, 100%. Tell them why you disapprove of certain stuff, but you definitely don't want to be too strict, because when you're too strict, that's when they're alone and when they're with their friends, that's when they act out, you know. And so like that's what I was gonna say is like you'd be surprised, because I know you were saying like somehow they started buying guns and stuff like that. You'd be surprised what kids can get into when there's not adults around,
wild.
Especially with phones now. I mean, literally, like you can go on the dark web and get whatever you want.
It's just so scary to think about from like a parent's like I'm not a parent yet, but I'm thinking about it. And as I listen to the podcast, I'm like, dude, you just like. You can only, you can watch your kid a lot without being like overbearing, but it's like, dude, they could literally be plotting anything. They could just be a bad seed and just be fucked in the head. And then they go and do, like, dude, you could be stabbed in your sleep. You could be shot in your sleep.
Damn.
Like,
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, I know.
But it's true though. Like these kids, like, think about this. They're Christian family. You know, they seem like, you know, the parents were really nice. Everybody knew them as like being nice people, and like, yeah, they were a little bit like, you know, somewhat controlling with their kids, but like I wouldn't say it was like insane or anything like that. They're just like kind of watching out for him, whatever. And these guys, like the one brother, his job was working at like a Christian like call center. So if people called in and they like needed help and stuff like that, he would talk them through it. Almost like, I feel like it was almost partially like a suicide prevention hotline as well, but like also like praying for them and doing all this stuff. And then he's in his head and in his room and all that stuff, talking to his little brother about wanting to mass murder people and their entire family because they're in the way. So like he literally, they go through in the middle of the night and start like, well, almost the middle of the night. They called their sister in initially, the 13-year-old, and they slit her throat. And then they realized that, oh, it isn't like the movies. So she just got like blood gushing, but it's like not, it didn't do anything enough to like kill her. And then they tried to like stab her and stuff and realized that, oh, it's way harder than the movies. It doesn't go in like a butter knife.
Dude,
and you have to cut through muscle, flesh, bone.
You know,
this
they,
show's totally getting demonetized.
I was gonna say, I don't think we should go into this much detail, man.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it. I don't know, because like I didn't know, because like they talk about this on podcasts. They post this on YouTube, and they're YouTubers too. So I don't know. I don't know how much. Like when it comes to true crime, I don't know like what you can get away with.
Yeah, maybe
YouTube, so
if it's. I mean, if we're talking about this in an educational sense, I guess. But I mean, you got to be smart about what you talk about. You know.
Yeah.
But no, like I've always.
I didn't really think about it. Like,
I mean, we're all just sitting here, just like talking about this like crazy story.
It's just nuts. I listened to it literally like yesterday or whatever. And I was just mind blown.
But I get what you mean though. Like a lot of these, you'll hear a lot of these cases where like, you know, people plot something and then they go do it and then they realize like, oh, this is like a lot, you know, this is not what I thought it was gonna be like, because they kind of like fantasize it. And like a big thing is
she ended up surviving.
A big thing is like people go to like they'll go to like stab somebody. Mm-hmm. And like their hand will slip and they'll slice their own hand open, and like that's a big thing, you know.
People don't realize it's not like the movies. When you go to really do something, it takes a lot, you know. And what I thought was really cool, and like even they said, like the investigators and stuff felt like it was like a blessing. One of the 13-year-old boys was able to get a 911 call off. He went to his room, locked the door, or whatever, and ended up getting the call off. But then the younger brother came in, or like knocked on his door and was like, hey, you know, Robert, the older brother, is trying to kill me too, like let me in. Unfortunately, the 13-year-old kid fell for it and opened the door, and then Robert was like right there.
Damn.
So, but he got the 911 call off, so they knew his location and all that stuff, which was good. So the cops were already on their way, which obviously not a part of the two's plan. The cops get there right as they were going to go after the 1-year-old baby. She was almost 2. So they said it was like a blessing, because they took off. They went out the back door and into the woods. They ended up getting caught and whatever. But the 2-year-old, almost 2-year-old survived. And then the 13-year-old daughter or sister, whatever, that they got initially. And I mean, they did a lot of crazy shit. Like,
yeah.
I'll just say, like, try to keep it like as PG as I can. A lot of stabbings.
Yeah.
And she survived.
You know what? I've heard of that before, where it's like not to get too graphic, but I've heard like
you're right,
stories of people getting like stabbed a lot of times, like I think over like 70 times or whatever. It's like they just keep going and going and going. It's ridiculous.
And they survive. Some of them survive.
It doesn't exactly do anything immediately. Like
a lot of it, right, I guess. It depends
as you don't hit a major artery or
it depends on the internal bleeding and stuff. Like if they get you to the hospital quick enough.
My buddy was shot 6 times and he survived, and he just got lucky. I mean, he literally like every shot just didn't hit anything crazy.
I've heard where like a lot of shootings, there's a lot of shootings where these whether it's like gang related or anything like that, like a lot of times they don't have hollow points, and so like normal bullets that you use for like target practice, they're like meant to like pass through. They're not meant to get stuck in things. And so like, and it's the same way with the military. Like they call it like NATO, right? Like the NATO rounds. Like there's basically like a peace agreement that says, hey, like the bullets that we use in wartime are meant so you can patch people up. They don't use hollow points and stuff in war because I mean it's just it's pretty messed up. It's like that's why they outlawed napalm. Is because napalm literally just burns until it's gone. So like you get napalm on you, you're gonna roast alive. Like it's nasty stuff. And so like it's just crazy that it's like, yeah, we'll go to war and we'll like bomb the shit out of each other and stuff, but there's still some rules here. It's like it's crazy.
It's weird that there's rules because it's like, okay, so if North Korea decide, or just for example, I don't think they have the technology or whatever, but like if they want, they're like, fuck it, we're using napalm. We don't give a shit. Then what happens? Because it's like,
well,
I mean,
nobody's
stopping them.
Apparently, napalm's not hard to make, but also,
right.
That's the thing. So they've actually like they mentioned it before. It's like, what's the point of having the rules if a country isn't part of like the UN or anything like that? And so like the rules don't apply to them.
Right.
Like not every country is part of the UN, so they don't have to follow those rules.
Most countries that don't follow the rules, though, they're like it's like I don't know. I will be honest. It seems like a lot of times we go to war with countries that have something to offer as far as like whether it's
oil.
Like we've got connections with a country that's opposed with them, or oil, or
Yeah. Also,
something.
the whole thing of going to war with like a country that we're connected, or no, a country that's against a country we're connected to. I mean, that was like the basis of World War I, right? Like it was just alliances just falling apart basically because somebody shot somebody else or whatever. So.
One thing that's crazy is I was listening to Oliver Stone, which is the guy who made like Platoon, JFK, a bunch of those really good like historical.
He made JFK.
The movie JFK with Kevin Costner. A lot of these movies that are inspired by like true events and like are partially historical and stuff, like accurate, he was actually in Vietnam. Like he like was a soldier, and so like I listened to him talk to Joe Rogan about it, and he's like, yeah, that they don't talk about it, but like in Vietnam, like something like 20% of the American casualties were friendly fire.
Oh,
what?
No.
Yeah, because in a jungle, like it's really hard to pinpoint where stuff's going.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So a lot of our own soldiers got napalmed and artilleried and
do you think
shot.
that's why a lot of the like the PTSD and stuff like that from Vietnam is because of stuff like that?
I mean, there were like not only that, like you gotta understand, like it was a war that like nobody wanted to be there. It's really shitty place to be. Everybody's getting sick, getting
super freaking hot,
getting sick from mosquitoes, super hot.
I remember saying that when they had to run through like the jungles and stuff, they had to deal with the venomous snakes. I think they have gators too. Like
all kinds
I mean, you
of stuff,
could die
man.
more so living out there, and then not to
everything
mention,
out
like,
there
all
wanted
the
to kill
diseases
you.
and stuff.
Their war tactics were messed up. It was like dirty fighting essentially. Like they would do some stuff that was like, it's just like, bro, you don't even care like about being humane. Like they did stuff on purpose so that like it wouldn't even necessarily kill the person, it would just injure them, which requires more resources because you actually have to go and like take care of that person.
And I mean the Vietnamese would literally like lay traps, like so people would like fall into like pits with spikes and stuff. Like it was really gnarly stuff, man.
Spikes that also had fecal matter so that they would get diseases if they
diseases and
dysentery, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah, everybody started fighting dirty. That's for sure.
Like what's it called? Yeah, but I mean, if you've seen We Were Soldiers, I mean, they have a scene in that where they accidentally napalm their own troops, and so you can see how.
I remember that. I remember. Actually, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I know it's super random. They just dropped Olympus on Apex as well, so they're rotating all 3 maps now. Sorry, I'm watching. I just had Big E pulled up, and I just noticed he's playing on Olympus too, and I'm like, dude, no way, because like they started with that. I forget what the other map is.
Wait, when you say they're dropping it, do you mean like?
What are you doing, Genie?
He's making G Fuel.
I know, but like, why is it? What is it, like a frozen bottle of water?
It's frozen, yeah.
I just see you like squeezing it, trying to get the water to come out.
Like, damn, this sucks.
So are these maps that are being added to the Battle Royale or Arena?
Battle Royale. They're not added. It's just like they're bringing back the map. So like when season 10 started, it was only the one map. It was that It's one I hate. I hate it and don't even remember the name of it. So I guess that says something. But they started Olympus in rotation and Kings Canyon, which is the OG map from like season 1. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't played Apex other than with that first map.
Okay,
this
hold on,
season,
Genie.
so.
It does not take this long to make G Fuel, bro.
He's trying to make some Maiden's
Right in the
blood.
struggle
Bro,
bus.
wait, Genie. Is there powder all over the side of that? Like the tub. Like one side of the tub looked weird.
No, that's just
Probably just the lighting or
What is?
That's just how it is.
Oh,
no, it looks normal.
okay. I haven't seen that. Like that tub is still in the box. I haven't looked at it.
Bro,
I
you better
thought
not
one
drop
side
it.
was dirtier, so I was like, damn, bro, you're a mess.
No.
Yeah.
I try not to.
Now speaking of Apex, man, it's definitely good time for Apex right now.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people playing
everybody's
right now.
playing
Yeah.
it now, though.
Cloaksy, Tim the Tap Man, Nick Merckx.
Everybody.
I mean,
Tifu.
Deej, can't you like reduce the settings on
They're literally
Apex?
on the lowest. I have them on the lowest, and I
Yeah.
still get frame rate drop.
bro?
That's a mindset at too. I turned off VSync, did all the lowest graphic settings. Yeah. Yeah, it's
mean,
hard out here.
I
With a single stream.
I think Apex will be pretty popular until
Oh yeah.
like
Battlefield.
October, yeah.
What was the
that's
other game that
Battlefield's
we were
gonna
looking?
take
Oh,
over.
Back for Blood when it actually like, fully gets
Oh,
released.
bro,
Oh, dude,
I
I can't
cannot
wait.
wait, dude. It's gonna be so good.
Dude, we were playing it off
We gotta play the
stream.
shit out of that.
Dude, we got into a lobby with people with mics, and
They were
I gotta be honest,
actually
bro,
cool.
They were
Nice.
really nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes
they
you
were
get some
PC
cool people.
players, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people playing that game are PC players because of Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, dude, that one act alone was like it was very enjoyable, and they have
Bummed
a
I
versus
didn't get
mode.
to play through that. I only played the
and what, Chris?
battle mode.
Oh, that versus mode where you can play as the zombies.
Yeah. Yeah, we did
Yeah,
that.
So
I
they
played that
they
with
got
Danny.
multiple
That
game
shit's
modes.
fun.
I'm curious
shit
to
was
see
fun.
I'm curious to see for the open beta if they add anything, whether it's like another game mode or anything extra to
I
play.
think they will, or maybe like I mean, I almost wonder if there's gonna be like a survival mode because that was a thing on Left 4 Dead as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah, where you had to like
I-
survive as long as you could. There was like waves.
I remember the lighthouse, and we would just get a bunch of
Mhm.
propane tanks and just like stack them up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, but like I really enjoy the way that they laid out the map. It's like it's linear, but like I like the way that, you know,
Mhm.
it just it does. It feels
Well, it
like
kind of
you're-
has to be.
yeah, but it feels
Here's what it reminds me of, like a Skyrim dungeon, where like you can go and explore different areas and get
Yeah.
extra loot, but you don't have to.
yeah, but like you
Mhm.
feel like you should check places because there's just like
Yeah.
extra money laying around and stuff. Yeah.
And there's even like trade-offs and stuff like that, where like for example, you can buy a toolkit to open up certain doors.
Yep.
And so like if everyone decides, oh, I'm gonna be selfish and buy a med kit or whatever, then no one gets to open that door. No one gets
it's
to
a
loot.
different inventory slot. Meds and
Oh,
utilities are
I'm
different.
sorry. Instead of
yeah.
like the stun gun or
I,
whatever,
li-
'cause the stun gun's in that slot,
I
yeah.
like carrying around a toolkit, and there's a perk you could buy that has like you can carry 2 utilities, so I carry around
Well,
two toolkits.
what's the point of the toolkit besides like the door?
You can open crates and you can
Crates.
open doors, yeah. Like weapon
You
crates.
can already open crates though, can't you?
There's certain crates you
Not
can only
certain
open with
ones.
toolbox or the
I didn't know
toolkit.
that.
Yeah. But no, what I was gonna say is like the map design was really good. Like I really liked how the map looked. Like it had different areas. There was like one area that totally reminded me of like season 2 of The Walking Dead, where there's like a farmhouse, a barn, and all this stuff, and like an
Mhm.
open field, and you see the zombies coming. The zombie
Oh, that'd be
AI
fun.
is definitely much better than Left 4 Dead. Like they
Way better.
they behave much differently. And then like I mean, there was missions where like there was birds everywhere. You had to be careful, or else you're gonna like
Oh,
alert the birds,
Yeah.
and then they start swarming you. So, and I mean,
It's like a
although-
Dead by Daylight type feel.
yeah,
Dude, I mean, because I noticed I'm pretty sure like you can select from like a ton of characters, just not all of them are unlocked for the beta.
Mhm.
But dude, I could easily see them adding in characters from Left 4 Dead.
oh yeah,
That'd
dude.
be so sick. I want to play as Coach, bro.
I'm excited to see them add more weapons, because I mean each
Yes.
season's gonna have weapons, characters, new probably
Oh,
a
they're
new
doing
act.
season based.
Yeah, because I upgraded to the Ultimate Edition to get you get 4 days early access. So I'm like, bro, those 4 days of streaming are gonna kill it, because you know not everybody has it.
When does
Um,
it come out again?
I believe it comes out like the official release date is like October 12th, so you'll be able to play it October
right before
8th.
Battlefield,
so
I believe.
less than a month away, baby. Let's go. I can't wait.
Um,
I'm gonna play the shit out of it. And
I
then
saw
when
somebody
Battlefield
getting
comes out.
mad. Somebody was getting mad because you can't break.
Oh wait, no, it's not
glass
less than a
on
month.
doors
Damn it, it's
or
2
on
months.
cars.
2 months
months,
away.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but
Let's
excited.
not
people
skip my
being-
birthday month.
people were getting angry because the game's not realistic enough, and I was like, bro, get a life.
It's
man.
more realistic
Bro,
than
it's
the
not meant
Left
to
4 Dead
be.
games.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
exactly.
But like, it's literally the game's about killing zombies. It's
Okay.
not freaking
Dude,
Battlefield.
It's not
video
it's not
game,
Escape
man.
from Tarkov, okay? Like there's-
Yeah.
at a certain point, like it gets tedious how
Yeah,
realistic
it really
you're trying to
does.
be, you know? Like I always felt like Battlefield had a good balance between like being realistic and being a little, you know, shooter campy,
Arcadey.
you know? Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
But-
going to be Back for Blood, Battlefield, and
I think
Dying
I'm gonna-
Light 2.
Dying Light 2 doesn't come out till like December though.
Dying
Yeah,
Light.
but I'm saying like those are like what to look forward to this year for
Yeah.
the rest of the year.
I
you know?
mean,
What about Halo?
Halo is supposed to come out. It's going to be Halo
Yeah.
and Dying Light competing with each other, and like
Holiday for sure.
I'm just curious because what we got is Far Cry next month, or is that October
Oh, I
as well?
totally forgot Far
That's
Cry's coming
right.
too. Ooh.
Isn't-
Far Cry
Gus in
6,
that?
yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
Gus from
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
It's Far Cry 6, right?
Yeah, Far
Yeah.
Cry
Yeah.
6.
Although, dude,
October
I mean,
7th.
Damn, man.
ooh,
So they're gonna hit
dang,
us with
bro.
that first.
I feel like out of those 3 games, Far Cry 6 is gonna. If I was them, I would probably like. Damn, they probably shouldn't have delayed it that long. I think September.
October 12th is Back for Blood.
Yeah.
Far Cry 6.
I think-
I mean, even
I
Far
mean,
Cry 5 wasn't that much.
At
fun,
least,
in my
at least, Far Cry 5 is. I
Battlefield's
thought it
October
was.
22nd.
I thought it was fun. It was definitely a step up. If
It's fun to mess around in.
Far Cry 6, I think the only way you're gonna really get the most out of it is if you stream the shit out of it that week before
Yeah.
Back
You
for
have to.
Blood. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's literally Far Cry 6, Back
I'm-
for
you know-
Blood, and then 2 weeks after that, 1 to 2 weeks is
I-
Battlefield.
If
All
my
in the same
PC
month.
should be here by then. I
Oh,
hope it's
yeah.
there by then.
Oh
man. But
Imagine.
what I did, what I used to do was every time a new game came out, I did a 24-hour stream, and so that'd be Far Cry 6 is a great one to do
Oh
for a 24-hour stream. You can
Yeah.
just fly through a bunch
So
of it.
much to do.
It's been hard to
Yeah.
do streams that are long lately because there's nothing really to play.
Yeah. So once stuff
Dude.
starts coming out, it's like prime time. baby.
GTRP has been the only thing I've had fun streaming, and it's because the entire time I'm getting into cop car chases and trying to get banned. That's it.
Yeah, I know. Like it's ridiculous how hard it is for you to get banned, man. I saw you finally get banned for 24 hours.
I got banned for 24 hours, and that's it, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm gonna go on there Wednesday and try again.
Why were you trying to get banned?
Because the server sucks, bro.
Is it the first server we played?
Yes, because dude, some guy shot me in the hospital twice. Okay, I go outside, I see some dude with a musket, and I'm like, "Hey, that's the guy who shot me earlier." And so I shoot him, and then they banned me for it.
What's the whole point of GTA roleplay? I've never understood this.
It's literally just
it never has
role
been
play.
really explained to me.
Yeah, it's like you get to basically live the life of another person, essentially.
The funniest thing that ever happened to me in that game was either when I ran into that gas tank. I got this buggy with like big ass off road tires. Like I stole it from a civilian, and so like I like drive in and like the roleplay server is trying to keep track of where you are in the game in-game environment, and because of that, you know, like on your screen, like it's kind of off just enough that like
It's
you can
desynced,
you can accidentally hit stuff. And so like I drifted, I'm like, hell yeah, dude, this is my new favorite car, and like I drift right in to like the gas
A
station,
gas
and
pump.
like I hit it in the world but not on my screen, and so it just blows up, and it scared the crap out of me. It was like, no. And like I fly up in the air, my car's like on top of like this like elevated like little pylon thing that has like a tree on it or whatever, and I'm just sitting there like burning alive, like and like Chris is like, oh my god, what happened? Like and I'm just burning alive.
Well,
I'm like,
dude,
help me,
dude. So apparently I'm like a legend on that server now because of how many times I'll just like go up to cops and just run into their freaking car with a tow truck and then just drive off. Bro.
Dude, I'm definitely tempted to hop on with you and just like piss off the cops.
Dude, you need to, bro. You need to. Just download the game. Dude, you can rob places with knives, so you don't even have to buy a gun.
Oh, so you're playing on the other server then?
What do you mean?
Oh no, okay, never mind. I know what you're talking about.
No, it's the original server, the one that we play on. Well, not the one where you can spawn stuff in, but the one after that. Yeah.
I just want to go around like hitting cop cars, continue driving, like.
And the thing is, dude, if you get a tow truck, bro, the car's free.
Dude, my favorite. Oh, dude, that's funny. My favorite is when like a cop is like he pulled somebody over and they're like talking, and you just come by and like make a wide ass turn and like scrape the side of their cop car, keep going. And they're like, hey! And you just keep going. You like honk. You just keep going.
Dude, no, someone left their car by spawn, and I was backing into it, and I ended up backing over to like a bridge by the police station. And this guy starts running after me. He goes, "Don't you hit that car!" And I'm all just backing into it. Dude, I love making the cops mad on there, but
that sounds so fun.
Yeah, but you just gotta make sure you don't DC when you get arrested, or else they'll kick you off for it.
I don't know. But
I mean, I don't know. It depends on if you want to keep getting banned on it. I might stop because I just like doing that stuff.
My favorite is when like they really get into it and like they get injured and they're just like, oh, like I'll cry and stuff. You're like, like loser.
No, dude. When I made it so that whenever I have a character, I buy a knife and lube.
Dude, I rolled up by I remember one time I rolled up by a cop. And because he was pulling somebody over and he was like walking back to his car, and I just started doing like a burnout, and he's just like, he's like, hey, calm down, and then like I just like I like turn right into his car.
Dude, and, like, bro, they'll shoot your tires out, man.
I'll crash. I'm like, oh, my leg, like.
Dude, it's great. Like you can do so much to make them mad, bro.
Yeah.
And you can actually tow cars too. And I'm wondering if you could tow a cop car and just drive off with it,
bro. Yeah, we had a news van, right? We were pretending we were like going around like
Weasel News.
We were like the four of us were in a van and we're like showing up to like shootings, and they're like, hey, get the hell out of here. Or you're gonna be like you're gonna be a part of this crime scene too, and I was like, all right, fine, you know, like, and like he's like, are you recording? I was like, oh no, it's off, dude, but like I'm totally recording, and and the guy's like, get the camera out of here, bro, and I'm like, all right, and like I turn around one more time and he shoots me.
Yeah, dude, no, you know what? They did change one thing. You actually have to buy ammo now, and it has weight.
Okay, that's good. I think that actually
you can't
adds
get
to
shot, like randomly. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. There was one time we got into like a car chase, and they chased us onto the train tracks. You remember that, Chris?
Oh, dude,
and, like,
that was bad.
That was really bad. Yeah, and there was that guy who kept coming around. He had like a South African accent. He kept doing.
Oh, and he kept coming around like golf cart.
He kept driving around in this golf cart. Like he would show up, and he'd be like, "What happened?" He's like. That is illegal.
Wait, didn't he?
Some VR chat shit.
Yeah. When we went to the train tracks, wasn't he there? And he got killed too. Like he showed up and got killed afterwards.
He showed up and he's like, hey, that is illegal. And then they start shooting. Don't shoot me. That's illegal. And they just kill him.
Yeah, dude. Oh, and then we would go and make meth. And there's a chance that when you're processing it, it blows up.
Oh god.
Nice.
Yeah, and when it happens, it alerts the cops, right? And so I like hired this dude. I was like, bro, okay, I'm gonna sit in my RV, like maybe like, a few hundred feet away behind this building. You take the red phosphorus out of my RV and you bring it to the processing plant and you process it, bring it back. We'll just keep going back and forth. And he's like, okay. Immediately, as soon as he goes in there, it blows up, and the cops showed up, bro.
You just
and
leave
the cops just drove off,
you just
bro.
leave
Like,
dude. No, there was a shooting one time that we showed up to, and like we get out of our news van. We're like, we're recording and stuff. We're asking questions. And like one of them pulls up in a tow truck and tows our van away, and so we're like stranded there. We're like,
"Oh, is that what happened?"
Yeah. And then they killed us, or they at least killed me, and they hid my body, so the paramedics couldn't find me. And so I'm like, I'm over here, like, but I'm like hidden behind like a pile.
Dude, didn't somebody kill you with a bike once?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He kept jumping and hitting me with it, and then I finally like took enough damage and I fell.
Well, because I think what happened was you were worried the cops were gonna search you because you had like,
dude, I had
drugs on you or
so much
bro.
meth on me. Yeah. I was like,
dude,
oh,
like,
bro.
I think there was even a time where you were trying to drive back to the city. I think because somebody had hurt themselves or something like that. So we were trying to go back to Pillbox, and we stopped, and then this gang followed us and just shot all of us, bro. Like all of us, and the cops didn't even do anything, bro.
Dude, I really want to go on there and make like a Walter White character. And just,
my character's name is Gus Bus. So
I just want to go around and be like say my name.
and then you get shot,
yeah.
dude. Because that's what they'll do, bro. But so they have muskets and AKs and then pistols. So like
muskets.
Those are the main. Yeah, but dude. So the thing is, though, if you're gonna roleplay, you need to like do a full voice or something.
Yeah.
Like I always have an accent, right? Or else it's just like you're just role playing as yourself, and it gets kind of like unimmersive, right?
What?
But,
Did you say it's time to be a cowboy?
Yeah. What? Dude, when I was playing as an old person, I would always go, hold on, I need to put my hearing aid in, and then and then I'm like,
what did you
say?
say?
Say something. Yeah, yes. What do you say? Like the cops are trying to pull me up. What? What'd you say?
I'm hard.
Pull over. Hold on.
Hold on. And you're like.
It's so much fun,
so
dude.
stupid, man. Yeah, I might have to do that. And like, I mean, it would probably be a big stream if I Danny returns to GTRP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like military simulators? Like, do you like the other like RP kind of style stuff? Or,
Well,
like,
what's that one? Was it Squad or something? The one that's where it's like first person. And it's just like, what is that? I think it's called Squad.
There's a couple
but
of
like, yeah, like where there's like which is a war going on constantly, and it's just everybody's like, yeah, I've seen stuff like that, but I have never played it.
Dude, I have this one called War of Rights. It's Civil War, and it's literally like it's first person Civil War, the coolest thing I've ever seen. And everyone is just very serious, and it takes like 30 seconds to reload your one-shot musket type thing. And you get like your thing, and they're all like, "All right, man, reload!" And it does like the whole animation, and like, yeah, exactly.
No, dude, that reminds me of what was it, Mordhau?
Yeah,
where there's just wars going on constantly, dude.
Chivalry 2 is out. That's pretty much the same
Chivalry,
thing.
Yeah. Where it's basically like medieval. So everyone's running around with like swords and axes and stuff like that.
There's
people,
insane.
I've seen people on Mordhau. There was guys that had like guitars, and they had like a mod that allowed them to play like actual songs.
I tried to do it, and it was so complicated, man. But like, because I wanted to play like somebody would literally come by and start playing like Through the Fire and the Flames, and then they get
All-Star.
They get dude. Ding 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 ding, and then all of a sudden, like somebody would come up with a knife or like a sword, and they just like turn it and they start hitting them with the.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Games like that are great.
Yeah.
The Civil War one sounds really unique, though. I might have to look into that.
Yeah, it's actually it's really fun. I got it for like $15 on Steam.
War of Rights
on sale. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream it tonight with.
Is it new? Is it a new game?
I think it's been out for like a couple years.
One viewer. Oh man.
It's it's $30.
Oh, 30 now. Okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's
oh my god, dude, this looks.
If you watch gameplay of it, it's like, oh wait, I have to play this.
When did it come out?
Like, I think 2018, 2019. I don't know. It was it's very. I think it was like a fundraised and stuff like that. So it's very community driven.
The thing is, though, you got to have enough players to actually help. It says 150 player battles.
Yeah, there's a lot of players on there. Like when I played it, there was a lot of people on there.
Okay.
And they're all taking it very seriously, and they're all like, talking.
Hold fast.
Yeah, you have to
steady, boys.
Exactly. You have to like be like there's like a really small window of time, like very, very quick, like 15 seconds.
Dude, they got like revolvers and stuff, dude. This is sick.
Oh yeah, and like bayonets and stuff.
Have you guys seen the movie Glory?
Glory.
I think I have.
It's one of Denzel Washington's first like big roles. That's the one where Matthew Broderick is like an officer and he has to train a bunch of troops.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a actually like a isn't it
Based on a
like
true story?
it's like an all black platoon or something that he has to train. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It
okay.
is. Yeah.
Really good movie.
Yeah.
What happened to Matthew Broderick, man? He had like a couple good movies and then he just fell off, man.
We talked about this before. I think his net worth is like insane, so he just like stopped making movies.
I guess, but I mean, like, like the last like big thing he was a part of was like Godzilla, that shitty '90s Godzilla.
It says his net worth is $200 million. So I think he
damn.
That. Did he? Where did he get most of his movie from? Or movie? What is most of his money from? He was in The Lion King.
Yeah, that's
As
true.
The new one or the old one?
The old one, the original.
Yeah.
He was in Inspector Gadget, which I didn't find out until recently.
Dude, the first Inspector Gadget's dope.
Yeah.
The last big thing he was a part of was B-Movie.
Wait, actually, what happened to the guy who plays Inspector Gadget in the second one? He was in a couple things, and then he like disappeared too. I can't remember his name.
French Stewart.
Is that his name?
Oh yeah.
Inspector.
See,
I always kind of liked him, but like I didn't know.
He was in Home Alone 4. That's probably
right.
Well,
that was a big.
Home
like,
Alone 4.
He was in third Rock from the Sun.
He's still making movies. I think the movies that he's in now aren't very good though. He was in Clock Stoppers.
Yeah, Clock Stoppers was awesome.
Dude.
Yeah, he's just not like really in anything. NCIS is like the last big thing. The new Roseanne show.
He's in some movie called Queen Bees that came out this year.
I just found on IMDb Pro they have an Inspector Gadget remake with Disney Plus in pre-production right now.
You can only see that as a pro member.
Yeah, you can't. You can see pre-production stuff.
That's cool.
In post.
Oh,
like, yeah,
dude. Christopher Lloyd's in this movie. Holy crap!
I was gonna say, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I didn't know that he took like a huge hiatus.
Why?
I don't know, but like he just came back like back in 2019.
That explains why he wasn't really in any movies.
Yeah, he took like a 4-year break or something. Like he just didn't make anything.
he did like one, like Snowden, and then there was like a plane one that he did with Amazon Prime. I forget what it was called.
It's called like 30,000 Feet or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's in Manchester.
I still need to see freaking Tenet, dude.
Oh, bro, I can add that one to Vudu.
Yeah, because dude,
I have the.
Because I was talking to some of my friends while they were in town about like the whole time travel thing, right? Because I was explaining my little theory with it. And one of them was like, "It sounds like Tenet," and I was like, "I still haven't seen that." I was like, "Bro, go watch it."
Bro,
right.
Looper was so good until like the last half hour.
Is Looper the one with Hayden Christensen?
No.
Which one had Hayden Christensen in it? What was that?
That was Jumper.
Jumper.
That movie was kind of doo-doo.
Jumper. Yeah, Jumper sounds way more lame than Looper. It's like a super bogus name, bro. Jumper.
Oh, it was called 7,500, not 30,000 feet. But yeah, he. It seems like he still did stuff. It's just he didn't take any like major roles from for 3 years. From 2016 to 2019, he just didn't like take any big roles. Like he voiced a lot of stuff during those years. After Snowden, he was the voice in Knives Out and Star Wars Last Jedi. I always thought he was a good actor.
Dude, Kyle, I have something to tag you in on Twitter, bro.
Oh God. Okay.
Hold up. Anyways, so here's what happened to me recently though. Okay, so do you remember that time that you got botted with people that were or like bots that were putting stuff in the chat, Deej?
Yeah, still happens every once in a while.
Yeah, it happened to me. Okay, and the dude made the dumbest threat I've ever heard in my life. He said, because I put it in sub only mode so he would stop, right? He goes, you don't think I'll give all of my 10,000 bots subs so they can talk in your chat? And I was like, that's like $25,000
Please
straight
do
to
it.
me, bro.
Please do it.
I was like, Jesus, man, how
like,
dumb. But
oh no. Please don't. That would be awful.
I just tagged you in, by the way.
10,000 subs just a troll.
Yeah, I know. I was like, bro, okay, man. I was like, yeah, you can pass my car, go for it, bro.
Bro, there was bots that came into my stream like last week, and they were like something about they're like your wife looks like SpongeBob and like a bunch of other random shit, and I was like, bro, you know it's a little kid when they start talking and acting like this. And he goes, I'm 16, joke's on you. And I was like, bro, you're legally a child.
Yeah.
I was like other people your age are out like, you know, like driving around and stuff. They just got their driver's license and said you're here trolling my stream. Yeah.
Well,
with mama's credit card. I said, I was like,
dude, you're wasting money, and if it doesn't cost you anything, you're wasting time. And he goes, yeah, I'm doing this for free. And I was like, so you're wasting time
is money.
Bro. I was like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, dude. Some of the bot stuff, it's like, it's super easy to fix it.
Like, sometimes I ask him, I'm just like, what do you expect to gain from this? Like, all you're doing is kind of like, I don't know, you're kind of like making it more entertaining for us to like shit on you. But
yeah,
there's a guy that came into my buddy Lib's stream, and he was just in a Discord call. And it was like Lib's friends too, but I guess this kid like is kind of like new to the group or whatever, or just games with him, might just be a gamer friend, not like a real life friend. And Lib joined in, and he's like being Lib, you know, Lib's kind of like loud and just he's a goofball, he's funny, he'll fuck with you, that kind of shit. And this kid like wasn't having it. He was just being like an ass back to Lib. So then all of a sudden, like Lib's just playing his game normally. I think he was playing like Mario Kart. And this kid comes in and follow bots him. Like gets all this stuff to happen to his channel. And he goes, dude, imagine being this much of a loser to where like you have to like follow bot somebody because you like dislike what I was saying in Discord or whatever. Like didn't realize that I was joking around with all of my friends. And like don't understand like my energy or whatever. Because everybody else is like, dude, you didn't do anything. Yeah, just like it's weird. He's like, imagine being this pressed. Like,
bro, I was playing Valorant and I didn't know that there was a setting that you could turn off. Like if somebody wasn't your friend, like they can't send you an invite.
You can hide your name.
Like I didn't know where it was, so I didn't know where it was. And this kid kept spamming invites constantly. Like anytime I got into a gunfight, he would start spamming. And so I finally accepted one. I go into his lobby and I'm like, hey man, why the hell are you doing this? And he was just like, oh, you know, I thought it was funny. And I was just like, all right, well, let's play. Come on, let's play some Valorant. And he's like, oh, I have to go. And I was like, oh, you have to go now, huh? And he's like, yeah. It's like,
what a shithead.
Yeah.
Big cringe.
Big cringe. Big cringe.
Some people just really have nothing better to do with their time.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
They'll never amount to anything. So,
dude, that's like I've had people even just like they'll come in and they'll be like, dude, you have way less views than your brother, and I'm like, yeah, I wonder why, because I've been on TikTok for like 3 months and he has 3 million followers. What do you expect? Like, people want to look for something to
they'll always try to
other aspect of being on social media. I see it with Logan and Jake Paul, like when they really first started, and like Jake was always getting shit on. Now granted, like obviously at the time he was like making like immature shit, being a fucking child essentially. But it's like, you know, you see the brother thing, it's like, oh man, that he was always getting shit on, like, oh, Logan's so much better, this, that. And it's like, dude, how about you just let them be two separate people that share the same last name? Okay.
Yeah.
You like their content or you don't. Piss off if you don't, and then just let them grow in their individual selves.
Yeah, I even get comments where people will like criticize me for like talking about G Fuel, and I'm like, dude, my brother doesn't own G Fuel content. Like, what are you talking about? But it's
your brother does that content, so you can't do it.
Like,
yeah.
How stupid does that sound?
It's like getting mad at somebody who's in politics for having like a dad who was also in politics. It's like, bro, if one thing worked for one of them, like, why not? Like, I don't know. It makes no sense. Like, it's weird criticism.
People just have nothing better to do, man. Like I said,
like,
that they want to mount to shit.
You and your dad both love pizza. What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah,
like, dude.
Imagine liking Doritos.
I know, right?
Bro, speaking of that, I gotta make sure I post it. I just tried the twisted lime Doritos that came out.
How was it?
They're like jalapeno lime. It's so good, dude.
Oh, can't do it. Never mind.
You don't like jalapenos?
Hand me the lime. Nah, I can't do hot shit. I'm very white.
It's not very hot.
I'm an Irish boy.
It's like just enough
My
to like
taste
give you a
buds are
little
limited.
tiny little kick. Hold up.
If it's got a tiny kick, I don't know. But man, jalapenos.
What's that? The one that what is it, like tangy lime? There's another one.
Mm-hmm.
There's two. And also there's the
dude.
There's some new Cool Ranch one too, right?
There's a tangy ranch one, but I don't know where to find that one.
There's like a buffalo, like
ranch.
I want to say it's like
ranch dip buffalo wing.
No, something
that
like that.
Really
but
good.
Takis, dude.
I don't know, man.
They're so good.
Dude, whatever happened to sunflower seeds?
Sunflower seeds? What do you mean?
Yeah, those are always a thing.
Are those are still a thing?
Hell yeah.
What do you mean? Like the brand, like David's sunflower seeds?
Yeah, that one brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like what's the I can't remember the other brand. They've kind of taken over the sunflower seed market. They have like the
ones
colored
with like the
bags.
white and red bags.
I don't remember if it was the ranch or there was
no. They're
like
they
like
do ranch ones, barbecue, jalapeno.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're definitely still a thing.
It's
I
like
get them
Big
when I go on road
Dave's
trips.
Big Dave's sunflower seeds or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Big
Dave's. Yeah.
Um.
Of course, I made Jeannie laugh.
So, my wife was gonna try and get these. She told me, she's like, I was trying to get these dill pickle flavored Doritos, but because they were only like limited time. It was like 1,000 bags or something like that they made. But she was like, right when they dropped, she went to this website where they were only available on there, and there was a gimmick though. You had to like spend $15 to get them. And it was like some snack store. So she's like, "Yeah, I didn't do it." I was like, "I don't blame you. This bull crap. I hate when they try to do that." I hope nobody buys them.
Dude, what would Big Chungus Doritos even taste like?
It'd probably smell like feet.
Why feet?
I don't know.
Whoa, hey.
You know what? No. Actually,
easy, man.
I've had people straight up say that like not on like TikTok, but like in real life, where they'll say like nacho cheese Doritos smell like feet.
What?
You never heard that before?
I've heard people say that about like salt and vinegar chips, but
no, I think
that's fair.
Salt and vinegar chips
mean like
are
when you
good.
open the bag, it smells like feet.
You guys like salt and vinegar chips?
Yeah.
Bro, I like them, but like after like 5 minutes of eating them, like your tongue gets raw.
Yeah.
God damn! It's like...
It only has so much. Yeah. So I'm curious to see what the Venom flavors are going to taste like for G Fuel. Is there any like info on that?
Black cherry and sour black cherry.
What's up with all the fucking cherry flavors?
That's what I'm saying, man.
I really liked the black cherry hydration. It was really good. Yeah. So I think this is going to be really good.
Isn't the Phase stuff cherry too?
No,
I haven't tried it yet.
So, well, the Phase X one is like, it tastes like Glacier Cherry Gatorade. Like exactly like it.
Really quick, I'll be right back.
This one?
Yeah, that tastes just like Glacier Cherry Gatorade.
Ooh, okay. I might like that then.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. I haven't tried it yet, so.
Bro,
yeah.
A lot of people.
And I got cherry limeade now too.
Bro,
at the same time.
That's really good. A lot of people said that when they saw my review and saw that the Free Guy can was cotton candy, because it's cotton candy, watermelon, and vanilla. They were like, "Oh,
which is
yeah,
such a weird combo."
Dude, I literally saw what it was gonna be and was like, "Oh man!" And then like I go and try it, expecting to not like it, and it
seemed like you really liked
so fucking good, bro.
I'm gonna have to try that.
I'm gonna be really upset if they like completely get rid of it once the movie's like out, you know.
Yeah, they might let it. I mean, they're gonna. I mean,
I'm actually
in theaters a month and a half usually, so I'm sure it'll run for that time too.
I mean, because right now they have a wait list for the cans to go back in stock. I'm actually thinking about buying another 12-pack, dude. They're so good.
Dang, I'm gonna have to try to get them. That little store that I went to try and see if they had pink drip for you, dude. They got a whole almost a whole fridge dedicated to G Fuel.
Well, did you see did you see what's going on right now with Sam's Club?
Mm-mm.
So Sam's Club has they got an exclusive like deal with G Fuel, and you get this 18 pack. It's called like the M-Fam pack, and so it's sour blue chug rug, and Fazeberry, I think, and that so it's 18
is that
cans.
Flavor Rugs flavor? Phase Rugs?
Yeah. So there's 18 cans in it. Chris, you might want to check your local Sam's Club. There's 18 cans in it. I ordered it online because they didn't have it. It was out of stock at the one here, but the one in Santa Fe, which is like an hour away, had it. So they'll just ship it to my house.
Right.
But it's 6 cans of Fazeberry, 6 cans of sour blue chug rug, and 6 cans of Nick Merck's new M-Fam punch flavor.
I would just get the. Well,
you got me wanting to collect all this shit now.
Bro, I mean,
spend more money on collecting shit.
I like it's funny too because when somebody asked her like have Danny count all his G Fuel tubs, and I counted them and I had like 64, and they're like, you're telling me he spent over $2,000 on G Fuel, and it's like, well, technically, but really, like, I mean, I can't get into specifics, but I mean, I've made money, so like, I haven't really,
you've made that back.
It's investing in content,
Yeah.
So
that's what you got to do.
Are you able to say like, so I've always been curious about like the code stuff, like, cause I know there's like a payout every time it's used. Is that like one of your biggest sources?
Yeah, you get paid out every, I would say it's probably like a fifth of my income.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I mean, I have like 5 sources of income. I have,
sure.
So I got TikTok, which fluctuates.
How does TikTok pay out, by the way? I've always been curious, never really been able to get concrete facts from somebody.
It's about, so it depends on your demographic. So like the older your audience is, the more they pay for the views. But for me, it's about $30 per million views. And so like, I would say
so insane compared to YouTube. Wow.
I mean,
that's like nothing.
Like I said, I don't think
to YouTube.
Because of the creator fund, I don't think I can get into specifics, but it's been enough to pay rent for like the last 8 months for me.
That's insane.
What matters?
But you post 6 times a day and have 3.3 followers, right? Or 3.2?
I post 5 times a day. Yeah, so I've got
you know what I mean.
So I've got TikTok, I've got Twitch, and those two kind of like flip-flop every month or so of like which one's like more income.
Doesn't partner pay out more too than affiliate? It switches to like percent because 50-50 for affiliate, right?
Can't get into specifics, but a little bit.
Well, that's public information.
Well, everybody's contract's different.
Oh, didn't know that. Okay. Is there a base percentage for partner?
No, I mean it really just depends on like how well you're doing. So there's YouTube as well, which YouTube I don't think there's anything saying I can't say that. I mean, I make
YouTube's very public information.
I mean, sometimes I make
45 to 55% split.
It kind of flip flops every month. Like one month I'll make like $800, the next month I'll make like $1,600. So it's like it kind of goes back and forth.
Oh yeah.
So that
I would say they pay out the most though, right? For the most part.
So the main difference between YouTube and TikTok is that TikTok only pays for the first 3 days of views. But you have to understand, like, I mean, it's super easy to get views on TikTok if you know what you're doing and you kind of get into a rhythm. Whereas with YouTube,
that's interesting because I've had videos pop off for like 3 days, then go dormant for a while, and then I just had it for like because I filmed for my buddy's auto shop. That video popped off and then popped off again like a week later. Like we got more followers the second blow up than we did the first.
Yeah,
and views. We got like 100,000 views in a day.
Bro,
it's weird.
I made a video
a week later.
I made a video where literally it was like when you have a secret language with your son, and like I'm like combing my hair, and then all of a sudden I go like and like you hear him like in the background, and then my wife's like, "What are you saying to him?" And like it did okay, and then a month later it blew up. It got like 3 million views.
So you would get,
but you don't get paid for that. No, you don't get paid for that.
That's
horrible. It's horrible.
Wow. Why would you do that?
Until you like consistently post and like, then you start making like, I mean, I guess I could say I've made anywhere from $50 to like, I think the most I've ever made is like almost $400 in a day.
Wow.
Like when you're really popping
That's why I
off,
like
it's
YouTube, because it's consistent revenue,
and
no
they
matter
keep,
how like well the video
and,
does.
and you can have a video pop off, you know, like 7 years from now and still get paid for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see it happen all the time.
It's consistent revenue. That's why YouTube, even Twitch, Facebook Gaming, whatever, Mixer, it doesn't
Facebook
any of these guys
Gaming.
any of these guys that came around, dude. Like
Facebook Gaming is a joke.
YouTube is top dog, dude. YouTube will
Bro.
always be top dog.
They're
In my
paying
opinion.
100% though on like supporter payouts.
Bro,
They pay out
and
55% to the creator.
Who?
YouTube.
Oh yeah.
dude.
Unless they've
Yeah.
changed things in recent times since I've looked, but like I
Well,
did
I mean,
a lot of
Facebook.
research about YouTube. So
Fa-
Facebook does what?
Yeah, Facebook's doing 100% right now for 2
Fa-
years.
If you stream on
100%
Facebook,
payout?
Yeah, for 2 years.
Wow.
If you
that's
dude,
crazy.
I've literally seen like people on TikTok start to pop off, and then they like
Mm-hmm.
sign a contract with Facebook Gaming, and
and decline completely.
Yeah.
so like to me, it's like the
Yep.
whole Mixer thing. Like Ninja made a shit ton of money by signing over to Ninja, but he signing over to
Yeah, 'cause he
Mixer.
signed a deal.
But I think he killed his career doing it. I honestly think,
Yes and no,
bro.
Dude, he's a
I-
multi-millionaire.
No,
yeah,
but
He's
I'm
crushing
saying
it.
he killed his future doing it, because if you go watch some of the videos from when he was
Yeah.
streaming on Mixer, like they used to like poke fun at him. He would be like streaming with like Tim the Tatman. Tim the Tatman's got like 15,000 viewers, and he asked Ninja like how many viewers you got right now, and he's like, I got 2,000, and he's like, is that like all of Mixer? And then like Ninja just walks away all pissed off because there was nobody watching Mixer.
dude.
But then
yeah,
wasn't the Mixer
Mixer
deal like
sucks.
$10 million? It
Yes,
Oh,
but he's saying
no,
the
it was-
future of his career.
was
So-
nuts.
It was like it was like a $50 million deal or something
Ah.
crazy like that.
Even crazier.
Well, here's the thing, though, dude.
Yes.
So Ninja's most recent broadcast got 818,000 views in total. Okay, which is
Mhm.
still a lot. Now
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
how many he had at the time. I think I saw
He's
him
back
at like
on Twitch,
15K.
right?
You
Yeah.
have to understand that
Yeah.
at peak Ninja, he was doing better than XQC has, like, ever. And so like to go from that to what he is now, like a lot of people consider that like he's definitely
He
like
fell off.
fell off or whatever you want
He's
to call it. I
still
hate that
making
term.
Millions of dollars.
I do too, but
I don't think anybody can be considered falling off if you make millions of dollars.
Okay, so when I
True.
say
Viewership,
to
sure.
me, I like if I'm not, because Ninja doesn't look happy, man. Like that guy looks
doesn't.
depressed as fuck.
I feel like he never has looked happy, really.
I just don't.
Like,
I
once
just
he really
don't.
started
No.
grinding-
I disagree, man. I disagree.
I
At
don't
like
know.
at his peak,
Ev-
man, that guy was on top of the world, and you could
The
tell.
peak
Yeah.
for sure. Peak is what I'm saying. Yeah, but anything like after that, really,
I just think he mishandled his
he just
career.
looks
That's
rough.
all. Like I definitely think he could be doing 10 times better than he is today.
yeah, but I
It's
think
kind of a bummer because he was like top dog for a while. Like he is the one that really blew up.
Like instead of
Especially
going
for
like,
Fortnite.
look at this. Like he could have been like, okay, like, and I'm sure he did. I'm sure he went to Twitch and was like, hey, Mixer just offered me this, and they're like, yeah, we can't match that. But he could have been like, how about over the? Well, you gotta understand, like so, a lot of people say that Amazon, like the reason why Twitch is such a shit show is because Twitch doesn't make them very much money. They spend a lot of the money goes back to the top
Oh.
creators to keep them on there for advertising. So like they're like they're still making money, but it's not like enough for them to like invest in it.
Right.
Interesting.
And
that's a
and
very good point, actually.
and so like when Dr. Disrespect goes, hey, Mixer just offered me this much money, and then Mixer shuts down, they're like, bro, you could have like totally cost us a bunch of money. Fuck you, and they ban him on Twitch. Like that's what a lot of people say happened.
Now he's on YouTube and crushing it. So I think he survived.
He's don't get me wrong, I think he's doing well for what could have happened, but he was doing better
Yeah.
on Twitch. He was
You think
definitely doing.
so?
Yes, he was.
He's
His
live
numbers
right
were better.
now.
Everything.
oh, never mind, no, he's not.
He's
no.
right now.
Man.
He's been averaging somewhere around like 10 to 15K, and on Twitch it was like double that.
But even like viewership though, like that doesn't really equate to like
He's
like,
making
financial
more.
income. Like
He's
his
making
income
more
source.
on YouTube probably though, because their
100%,
revenue split
they
is
pay out
70-30.
so much.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
split. Yeah, I'm just saying. I think for the next year, I would say for at least for the next year, I think Twitch is still going to be on top. But all it takes is YouTube to start turning things on, and then Twitch has to make a move, and it's like, okay,
YouTube already has been slowly but surely.
I wouldn't consider it.
I watch
like,
Big E all the time, and he made that transition from Twitch.
I know a lot of people who made that
He's killing
transition,
it.
and they regretted it though, man, because a lot of people don't want to follow over to YouTube. YouTube is just such a different platform. Like when you look at YouTube, like when I think of YouTube, I think of like straight up videos. Like I go there to learn stuff. I go there to watch, certain creators, but I'm not going there to watch people play games. I mean, some people are, but the majority aren't. And like when you look at the size of YouTube,
I think in time that'll change.
I hope so. But I mean, you look at the size of YouTube and the percentage of people on the platform of YouTube that are watching live streams is nothing.
But isn't that a huge opportunity for smaller creators to grow if they start and then YouTube blows up?
I mean, if it blows up, but that's the question. Is it going to blow up, or is Twitch going to finally show their cards and pull out stuff that people have been asking for, which is what they're supposedly doing?
Twitch needs to start paying out their creators more and stop being stingy as fuck.
There was actually
that's
a huge
just
debate I saw
my
on
hot
Twitter
take
about
on that.
Yeah.
That's what's made me want to change over from even remotely investing my time into Twitch to go to YouTube, because Twitch just seems
the community is just different though, man. The community to me, that's the biggest thing Twitch has is the community.
Yeah.
You can't just like shit out a community like that. That is from years and years and years of building it up.
Yeah, but now it's like completely different. Like now
I don't think so.
Twitch is
I think
like
there's just different
place
guidelines
where you can go and watch anything now. And it used to be like a gaming thing. And then
now you can watch people.
Yeah, but YouTube has always been that.
Yeah.
YouTube has always been that. YouTube's always been that. You can stream anything on YouTube. It doesn't have to be gaming.
Yeah, YouTube's anything, but people know that. Like Twitch was meant for like the gamers, and now it's like.
But if anything,
so much other stuff, and it's like.
But if anything, that makes it
a little off-putting.
If anything, Twitch turning into that is making it even harder for YouTube, because YouTube is not only that,
Yes and no. I still think they are missing out on one thing, and that's that they like. Although you can upload VODs and stuff like that, or well, I guess they don't really upload it, but like VODs will show up, right? There's no way to make like similar content to what you would make on YouTube, because I'm sure there's people who are on Twitch that actually I'm pretty sure most people that are on Twitch also have a YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So
if you don't, you're blowing it.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it is, if you go over to Twitch, okay, there's 215,000 people watching Apex. Go over to YouTube.
46,000 of them are watching Tim the Tatman currently.
Okay, so what is it?
That's a fifth of the viewership. That's crazy.
Apex is 7.5K.
Yeah, so the viewership is not even close, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, it's the community, man, and like Twitch has to royally screw up.
What is Tim the Tatman playing right now?
Apex.
Apex, yeah.
So I'm saying he's literally a fifth of Apex viewership on Twitch right now.
And then Nick Merckx is like another fifth, because they're both playing together. That's insane. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I feel like the biggest game on YouTube is just Minecraft, because there's so many Minecraft content creators on there. But
dude, I've watched Dream blow up to what he is now, and it's just like, man, even back in the day, like years ago when Minecraft was really taking off, I followed so many Minecraft creators. I was like heavily involved in the game, and I'm just like, dude, it's insane. But it's like almost like when you start doing Minecraft, it's like you. Not literally, but like you like sell your soul to Minecraft, because then you get, the child-based viewership, and then you got to somewhat be family friendly to an extent. It's like a trade-off, man.
What's the music situation on YouTube? Playing music while you're streaming. What's the situation with that?
Definitely can't do it. Not anything mainstream. Not anything that's copyright. That shit gets flagged in seconds. Sometimes your stream will literally end. I was literally on stream.
YouTube?
Yep.
It just ends.
Jesus, bro.
Yes. Yep. I was on stream replaying one of my old concert videos that I filmed. And granted, it's, MGK, copyrighted music, whatever. And I was doing like a viewer party, because this was during COVID when we couldn't go to concerts. So I was like, hey, how about we all get in a live stream on my channel, and we watch one of the videos I filmed, and we just all hang out and have fun like we're at a show. Because like his fan base is very like family oriented almost. Like it's like, you know, we're a big family. So like everybody wanted to come and hang out. And all of a sudden we're like an hour probably into it and just my shit goes like black almost. You know?
God
and I'm
damn.
like,
They shut you
I'm
down.
like, am I
dude.
live? Like what happened? So then I look at my email and it's like copyright. And like all these emails coming in from YouTube of like copyrighted music for this song. And I'm like, bro, it's on my YouTube channel and I'm live. I'm not profiting in any way. I'm just hanging out with my own video. Granted, it's MGK's Music Live, but yeah, they shut the stream down. I had to start it all up again. Luckily, everybody was still there, but
that's one thing
annoying.
Twitch might have if they work it out like they're supposedly working on something with like Amazon Music and something like that, like trying to integrate that. If they could pull that off, I think that's a huge win for them. But
copyrighted music on platforms like streaming or YouTube make 0 sense to me. These old shitheads that own these labels and all that have just like I just don't understand. I would love to sit in on a conversation with them and just hear their hot take on shit.
They look at it the wrong way.
My thing is, if you're on somebody's stream, let's say stream for example. Let's not even do a YouTube video. Let's say stream, and they're listening to Machine Gun Kelly, Ice Nine Kills, Juice World. I'm just naming a couple of people I listen to.
Juice World.
And they're
no,
like, I love Juice World. And they're like, never heard them before. Somehow, some way.
It's free advertisement. It's free advertisement.
That's what I'm saying. It's free advertisement for the artist. You could be, they could be in your stream. 3 people could be like, "Yo, who is this?
Dude,
what
and like,
song is this?"
I think they're missing out because
new fan.
I would literally, I mean, what X amount? I would pay $100 a month to be able to stream whatever I want, music wise. I would easily pay that.
100% do that.
Here's my thing, because somebody brought up the point. No one's going to Twitch just to listen to someone's music. And so if someone goes
there for the content creator, it's like a YouTube video. You use 10 seconds of a fucking Juice WRLD song in your video, and it gets the whole thing gets flagged.
And then like, so you're watching the stream, and then you hear a song in the background. And goes, "Hey, that's a good song." You exclamation point song in the chat pops up. You go find the song. New artist you just like right there. Like, dude.
I thought about making a TikTok.
Mind blowing.
Where it's XQC saying that he thinks he's above DMCA, like he did, right? You know, like you saw that where he was like saying that, and then it's like it cuts to me and it's like, yeah, fuck a DMCA, and I start playing like Juice WRLD. It's like, oh, I'm feeling right, and then all of a sudden just boom, goes away.
Like I wish more creators would step up and talk about this, because like High Res is a rapper out of Orlando here in Florida, and he made it like pretty big. Like I don't know if you guys seen it years ago, but he did the McDonald's rap, and that's what he went viral for.
Yeah,
it sounds familiar.
Big Mac.
He's awesome. He's a great fucking dude, and he made his last album was all copyright free, so you could stream the entire album, and he made it for creators. You could use it in YouTube videos, Twitch streams, whatever, and it's a great album. And play the whole thing, no copyright issues whatsoever.
That is
dope, I use it for my outros in my videos, and I stream it.
I get emails from like these small like synthwave artists and stuff like that are saying like, "Hey, thanks for using the music in your TikToks. Like, you know, just so you know, there's like a whole catalog that you can use." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." You know, then I'll start using more of it. But
nice.
Like if I was like honestly, dude, like I said, I would pay $100 a month, man, to be able to stream. Even if it was like, okay, like you still can't stream like, you know, Michael Jackson and like some of these crazy, you know, things like Metallica. You know, like Metallica would never. The Metallica is part of the reason this whole thing is an issue. They started this shit back when LimeWire and all that stuff happened.
Napster thing.
Yeah, it's just.
I had to get my first copyright strike due to posting a concert video.
Yeah.
On YouTube, and I'm like, bro, A, it's the live music. B, I'm not trying to get any monetization from this. If I monetize it, I would love for it to go towards the artist. Like, sure, would I like to get some money from standing there holding a fucking gimbal for 2 hours and recording a show? Yeah, it would be nice, but I know it's not my content really. Like, it's the artist's music. But if I can get MGK or Ice Nine Kills or NF or whoever I go and film, if I can get them more revenue and support them, and people can come and watch their live shows who otherwise couldn't be there, because that's what I do it for mostly.
Yeah.
So be it, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah. God, man, they gotta figure that out, man. They gotta figure it out. It's
all the old heads, man.
It's so ridiculous,
stuck
man.
In their ways.
Yeah.
They look at
The
it.
free advertisement aspect is insane. You could literally get so many more fans for your artist if you just let it happen.
I mean, you will
It costs you nothing.
I've literally seen an artist, I can't remember who it was, go on Twitter and say like, because somebody was like, hey, like I was playing your music and I got a DMCA strike and like they're being really like rude about it. And he's like, yeah, because like you got to pay me or whatever to, like I'm not making money from that. And everybody's like, all right, I guess I'll never listen to this guy again. Like you could see the way that like,
yourself for a little bit
it's
there.
like
stupid.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's such a weird situation, the whole DMCA thing, and
it really is.
I hope it doesn't get worse, but it might.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They definitely
I
could
just
have
don't
been
understand
more.
blocking people's content completely.
And like, I mean,
like,
what constitutes fair
music.
use? Because like it's transforming the audio if you're talking over it and playing a game over it.
Mm-hmm. Well, when they say transforming the audio, usually what they mean is either are you reviewing it or are you turning it into something new?
So when turning it into something new, if you go and you take like the segment where I play this song, you can't hear it at times because I'm louder or the game's louder.
Yeah, but they'll bend it. They'll bend it because is someone gonna listen to that? Is someone gonna listen to that?
Okay,
as a song?
so then is it okay if I take it and I speed it up 1.1 times the speed? I'm transforming it.
You used to be able to do that.
Yeah, so it's like
technically,
it's pretty much what they want. It depends on how much they want to go after you for it.
Yeah, because there's times where you'll do it on YouTube and the filter won't catch it. So
yeah, it's just
if I ever used anything that was even remotely somewhat copyrighted for Danny's videos, I've always sped it up.
Yeah.
Because normally it's not going to
shake
get caught.
It killed me, bro. Dude, the one I posted today, the Sonic featurings, where I was like, "Cause I will reveal them all." And I'm like, "Ha ha ha!" And you like with the flames and stuff. I was like,
"Oh yeah,"
it's like deep voice. That was pretty funny.
Gotta change it up, man. Gotta.
Yeah, you're killing it, man.
Thank you, appreciate that. When I go through videos, man, I try to keep my head open to like what could fit here, and just like
and I keep it in mind too.
I try to
make it goofy because I know he could play with it.
Yep, exactly.
Bro, that
definitely helped.
That the flavor bomb one, I was like, I had just woken up and I was like, shit, dude, I gotta review this can before like I go to act or before we go on this date and stuff, and like, so I like,
dude,
and I was like 89 out of 10. I like totally just like
did that one. I had to fix that, and then you said theaters
or
something.
And
I was like,
well, that's how he says it.
I always used to mess that word up. It's theaters. I'd say like
theaters.
I just put that clip. I think it was from TikTok or Vine. He's like, "What did he say?
Like, what did he say?"
But no, but that the flavor bomb TikTok was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, you really like that one?
That one was funny.
That was great. I was actually ripping. That was funny.
It's just a G Fuel can. And I like
it's like a flavor bomb in your mouth.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
No, I'm definitely gonna have to do more skits.
I definitely wanted to ask about TikTok because it's like that's the initial platform you blew up on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when that came out and you like started making videos, was your initial thing like, if I post 5 times a day, this is how I'm gonna make it, or is that something you just learned over time?
I mean, I literally
was that always your go-to, or what?
I posted a Valorant clip and it did terribly, but I was like, it did terribly now, but I mean, you look back and like at the time it was like 2,000 views or something, which I mean,
that's decent for a smaller creator.
Right. For my first video, I was like, okay, but like it didn't blow up like I thought it would. You know?
Right.
Wait, on what?
On TikTok.
That was your first video, really?
Yeah. I mean, you go back and look, and like it's got a ton of views because people go back to see what my first video was, so you can't really see how it was anymore. But I mean, so I saw that and I was like, like that didn't do well, and so like I moved from San Francisco to my wife's house that she was living at, and then we packed up and moved to Simi Valley, and so like there was like a 2 or 3 weeks there that was kind of a mess because we were packing and unpacking, so I didn't post.
Right.
And then I started watching YouTube videos. There's this guy who basically would like, figure out how the algorithm worked and stuff before it got super complicated, because it's definitely like way more confidential.
It's not locked down now, right?
Oh, you can't I mean, you could you could say anything works now. Yeah. And like, it's just, nobody knows. And it was definitely less creators on there. Like it was definitely the gold rush. Now, I mean, it's still you know, one of the best platforms for exposure, discoverability, I would say. But I mean, it's not. I say give it another year, and something else is gonna come along that people are gonna be like, oh, what's this? You know.
TikTok too.
But I mean, it was crazy, man. Like how I mean. And it was before the creator fund too. Like, I mean, I joined the creator fund, and then like that's when I really blew up. And so I made a ton of money that first month that it was like December of last year is when I really blew up and like hit 1 million.
Dang.
And it's so much harder now. Like I mean, and not only that, there's a lot of rumors that if you're verified, they push your stuff more because of all the celebrities. They want them to stick around, and so that's why they're not giving out the verification. That's a rumor.
I was wondering why so many creators that I follow that got like millions are like struggling to get verification. I'm like, why would you? I personally feel like once you hit 1 million, give it to them.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but I don't know, man.
After like
I disagree.
500,000. Really?
I've seen people literally have like 2 or 3 videos blow up. They have 1 million, and then they make dog shit content after that.
Okay, fair. That's a fair point for sure. Yeah.
And like you got to understand when you get that verified badge, they look at it as like you represent the platform now. And so if you're like, I mean, if you have a couple videos blow up because you're like, I don't know, dumping hot sauce in some dude's eyes while he's sleeping, is that really like the type of content they want to represent the platform? Or like the dude who goes around farting at people's windows and stuff. Like that's what people are gonna see.
That shit's so funny.
It's dude. It's
so good.
I think I told Kyle already.
Yeah. What were we gonna say?
I was just gonna say I've thought about doing this video called like exploring the wild side of TikTok for YouTube, and like I just like find like 5 or 6 accounts that I found. Like I said, the one where it's like the cockroach from SpongeBob like sitting at his own little table with a burger. You know, like the guy literally, the whole account is literally like, and it's got like 40,000 followers now. Like literally, he just takes that little cockroach and like puts him in like on the beach in the Bahamas, and there's like people dancing around, and he's just sitting there, you know, or like at a football game, like an NFL football game, he's on the field like eating while the players are getting hit. So
my favorite is still the one with the roach with the headphones, dude. That's so good, dude.
But that was one video. I'm talking about like accounts that have taken one idea and they continue to do it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Jeannie, what were you gonna say earlier?
You guys remember Grandma Sandy, the old lady that would like take like pies or like Mentos and like soda and she'd like blow it up in her face like on purpose?
What the heck?
I don't think so.
Send that to me though.
That's funny.
You've bound to seen it, but she got 4 million followers and they verified her at 4 million. I think she stopped now because it was like it became like really sad at one point where it was like this old woman just like clearly like just putting herself through hell, like embarrassing herself.
Damn, bro.
She would be like, I love pie, and then she'd like take this big old pie and she just like cover her face in like pie like crazy.
I love pie.
Like, you know, and like
crazy what people will do for the views nowadays.
Who's that one? Is it Nikado Avocado or whatever? The one dude.
God.
Dude. What's up with him? What happened with him?
He got obese. That's what happened, and he's like depressed, and so. But he has to post videos to make a living, so he just.
Oh, that's sad.
He's just like he's like I hate.
Oh my God, Jeannie!
It literally. Oh, I've seen her. Yeah. No, it like I literally.
Yeah,
that's kind of sad. Yeah. Like I literally. I literally watched a video where they said like him when he first started, and he's like, hey, I hope everybody's having a good day. I got some good sleep last night. I hope you slept good too. And then he's like, today we're going to eat this or whatever, you know, and he does this mukbang. And they show him now, and he's like, I just want you to know, I hate you all. Like, he starts eating, you know, and he's just like crying and stuff. Like, bro, this is like, he's literally like eating himself to death, man. It's bad.
It's a bummer what blows up on social media nowadays versus stuff that actually like takes time to think out and plan and film and edit.
That's why I started tweaking things as I went, because I was like, I had to, once I started gaining momentum and I was like, you know what, I think I can hit 1 million. I was like, I got to make sure that when I do, it's the content that I want to be making, you know?
Yeah.
Because if I'm miserable and I have to keep making content that I don't want to in order to get views, like that's gonna suck, you know.
My biggest thing for content has always been like, I want to be happy doing what I do, and if people like it, cool. If they don't, that's fine. But I never want to get stuck. It's like going back to like the Minecraft thing, dude. I could have did Minecraft 10 years ago before it blew up and been a Minecraft streamer or Minecraft creator. Would I want that? Fuck no.
I mean, dude, most of the Minecraft content creators from back in the day don't even do that anymore.
Don't even do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, look at Ninja. Like that guy doesn't even want to play Fortnite anymore. That's what he blew up doing.
What does he even play now?
Final Fantasy or something like that.
Final Fantasy. Wait,
I haven't seen
like the
Ninja
online one?
live on Twitch in a long time, and I usually have my
He's
Twitch
there.
pulled up every day.
He's there, man.
I follow Ninja, so that's very
So
interesting.
it says he played Fortnite and Final Fantasy.
Yeah, he
11.
2 days ago.
Candy.
Yeah,
man. If you say his name,
The online ones are not.
Oops.
16.8
Bro.
million followers on Twitch. That's
He doesn't even stream
unreal.
that much anymore, dude. Ninja.
Then he played Fortnite 2 days ago.
Well, no,
2
it's,
days
Bro, I mean-
before
that was
he
his first
did-
stream in like 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't stream for 19
Looks
days.
like he was having complications like you were the other day, Danny, because he had a stream for 20 minutes, then it went off, then one for
Yeah.
26
I
seconds,
heard people
and then one for
complaining.
5 hours.
I heard people saying that they thought that like something was wrong with Twitch because they would go live and then like at a certain point it would just all like it would just.
Yep. Same thing happened to me. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
I've
this past
definitely
week, right?
contemplated doing the YouTube stuff because here's my thought, and I was gonna see if it worked out. I felt like there's so many games that are campaign based that I haven't fully finished, and at this point probably I'm going to more than likely restart a lot of them because I don't remember the storyline. So I was like, if I went to YouTube and I streamed those kind of games, so that way each stream was like a part. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how like you would go if like you want to watch Markiplier play
Yeah.
the new
well,
Last for Dead.
yeah.
Or wow, I just mixed up two games.
Last
The
of Us.
Last of Us.
Genie's gonna
Last of
cry,
Us.
bro.
Yeah, sorry.
How
I'm a
dare
huge fan
you?
too. He knows. I got the same statue.
masterpiece.
The Last of Us.
Say
I just
10
lost my
Hail
train of thought.
Marys.
The last of
But
Dead
you would
Light.
watch. He would have a part, right? So it'd be like an hour of gameplay part
yeah,
one, hour of
yeah, 'cause
gameplay
that's-
part
yeah.
two. That's
what, like-
kind of how I wanted to have it, but
Yeah.
in a stream form. So I was like, I would stream the campaign story mode kind of games on YouTube, and then maybe occasionally sprinkle in like an Apex game or whatever. But then on Twitch, I would stay to like the competitive, not competitive, but like, you know, multiplayer battle royales,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
The only difficult thing about the videos that are like an hour long where it's like a let's play or whatever, right? So if you have your camera in like if you do an overlay as opposed to just having like two separate like things of footage for your camera and for your gameplay, if your camera's in a spot that covers up something important, well then you know you kind of ruin that moment, right? But if you have separate camera footage and separate gameplay footage, and then you edit that in, right? You actually have to consciously move your camera around during important parts.
You're saying like how
And-
Markiplier and them do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
So
doing
it takes a
through- yeah.
long time to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's insane.
But if you
Trust
have
me,
an
I used to do it.
editor, if you have an editor dedicated to your streams,
That would
which a
be
lot of
huge.
them do, they will literally
Oh,
just do all that for you as soon as you're done.
Markiplier,
I mean, like,
Markiplier has that.
I mean, a lot of these like I watch like a channel that talks about movie news and stuff. Like at like Monday
Mhm.
through Saturday or Monday through Friday, they'll do like an hour and a half long show, and as soon as the stream's over, like within the hour, there'll be like 3 or 4 highlights that get posted. Like they have somebody who's on it, like right away. They go through and they make note of like the segments
Smart,
and they
yeah.
post them as separate things, and those get views too. So like the one thing I will say though is that I mean, so I'm on a partner contract, right? I made partner in like January, I think is when I signed my contract.
Right.
So for 2 years I can't stream on anything else, like simultaneously or whatever. But once that 2 years is up, they either have to offer me a contract if I'm doing well enough, or I could try streaming on YouTube. And the thing that I will say about YouTube is that I could totally see myself in another year having more followers or subscribers on YouTube than I have followers on Twitch.
Mm.
That's totally a possibility.
Well,
you
that's
know?
the plan, man. I
Yeah.
think you should definitely push the YouTube.
Can you stream on multiple platforms if you're an affiliate?
I think you're not supposed
No,
to, but they don't crack
you
down
cannot.
on it the same.
Big E's handling that right now. Actually, he did the transition to YouTube, and he was live today on both. And he had sent in like an appeal kind of thing, or like an email to Twitch saying remove my affiliate, So that way, because he's like, I'm trying to build on YouTube, but I also at the same time wouldn't want my Twitch channel to get banned. He's like, I don't really have anything against you guys. He's like, I just think for my brand and like what I want to do it on YouTube. So he's not talking bad about Twitch at all, not trying to like, ruin anything that he's built on Twitch, but he's like, I would like my affiliate link removed, or my affiliate title removed, so that way I can stream on both platforms at the same time. If you're an affiliate, you sign something within your contract or whatever that says you can.
Yeah. So like the
Twitch
way
owns your content for the first 24 hours.
The way that I would put it is, so like YouTube, if you have a big audience on YouTube, it makes sense to stream on there.
100%.
But you have to understand that if you're trying to start out and you have this dilemma, do I want to stream on YouTube or Twitch? There is a much bigger audience watching gaming streams on Twitch, like 10 times the size is on YouTube. So while you might have more discoverability on YouTube, the audience is much smaller that you can reach as far as for streaming. There's a lot of people who just don't watch live streams on YouTube. Like
at the same time, wouldn't that be nice though, as a smaller creator, to have more of a chance though to build something off YouTube that's still starting out? Wouldn't they want to like have the chance to start building now versus when YouTube does blow up, which it inevitably
the
will?
only people I have seen that have been like, I would consider at this moment successful streaming on YouTube are people who have a separate channel for their live streams, because you got to understand when you stream that takes up that upload.
Correct.
You only get 3 notifications a day, and also if you upload more than once a day, so if you live stream and then you upload a video.
What do you mean 3 notifications a day? What do you mean by that?
YouTube will only send out 3 push notifications if you upload 3 like in a day. So like if you upload 4 videos on YouTube, people are only getting notifications for 3 of them, the first 3.
Interesting. I did not know that.
So if you live stream on YouTube though, you got to understand that if you upload more than once, so let's say I upload a G Fuel review and then I go stream, those 2 videos are going to be fighting for the recommended on people's front pages as soon as I'm done streaming. As soon as I'm done streaming.
Now, is that daily?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I know people who like my buddy Electric Shock, the G Fuel guy. He says that he tries to do at least 24 to 36 hours between uploads so they don't fight each other on recommended. Which to me, I've just never. I don't know. Like I feel like my audience expects at the moment quantity over, like posting like a video that took me like 2 weeks to film and edit. It's just like. Because they want more, and like there's just no way for me to produce like crazy quality content on a consistent basis right now. Not until I have like a team that can help me with it. Like if I could have somebody, if I could pay somebody to follow me around with a camera, and then sit down and edit it every day, like that would be a game changer, bro. I could start a vlog channel.
Which seems to be what a lot of the people want. Honestly, your vlogs did really good, so.
Yeah,
I just know how that life goes, though, man. It's tough.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about, but like, I don't know.
When you want to make it interesting, like you have a set standard for what you want your videos to be. That's what I've always struggled with having like a daily vlog or anything like that. It's like, man, it's just not. My life isn't that interesting unless I'm going and I'm traveling for a show, or I'm traveling to go see my friends or whatever, or going on a trip in general. My life is not that interesting.
And the other thing is that. Everybody that I've talked to that's tried streaming on YouTube and Twitch, again, unless they have a bigger audience on YouTube, they've just noticed that even with more viewers on YouTube, they make less than they do on Twitch, because Twitch just integrated the way that you support people way better with the bits, with the subscribe button, all that stuff. You go to YouTube and it's like, I gotta do. Though. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, but they got the membership thing. I think that just that word membership, people are like, wait, so like I'm like paying for a membership? Like it just comes off as like an industry term that I think scares people away.
That's their problem too. It's like for YouTube, that's the one thing that might be a complication, because it's like when you go to somebody's channel, it's already that subscribe button, which is free and utilized and known as free.
I think if they changed it to follow, which I think people would be like, what? But I think, in the long term, I think that would help. But I mean, that's YouTube since the beginning has always been subscribe. So it's like,
I guess I don't know. Like maybe it's like an older thing, but it's like I just feel like do you support that creator? Do you like their stuff? Well, hey, if you have a brain and you kind of have a concept of how money works, you'd be like, oh, hey, they want to do this for a living. I like their content. I could drop them $5 a month.
Yeah,
you know
but
what
I mean, but the way to me, it's like, okay,
thought.
there's a, especially when you look at like Twitch. Okay, I follow them because I'm curious when they're live. I'm curious to see what they're playing. I'm curious to like pop in every once in a while. But if I subscribe to them, that word subscribe means I'm going to the next level and supporting them financially by, tossing them a couple bucks a month, couple bucks a month. I can't even say the word bucks.
There you go.
But on YouTube, it's like, okay, I subscribed. Now what? I gotta like look at like what stickers. I send them stickers, super chats. Like what are these things? It's like there's
emotes and everything on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yep. Biggie has his whole layout. Anything
So
that you would have had on Twitch.
I'm very curious to see what happens over the next like year or two. But like I said, I think from what I've heard, Twitch has so much like that they're like Twitch doesn't want to like put in more effort until they have to, 100%. And so I think as soon as YouTube starts going up beyond what Twitch is doing, Twitch is gonna go boom, 4K streaming, boom this, boom that, and it's like,
I just hope they start taking care of their creators more.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, man. You look at it like people could say like, oh, YouTube gives a better split, this and that, but I mean, YouTube also like terminates people out of like fear of backlash all the time. So I mean, it's just every
Twitch
platform has its own. Yeah,
I would say.
I'm just saying, like it's kind of each platform, like TikTok especially doesn't care about the creators, but
dude,
like
don't even get me started.
But one thing I wanted to
all
mention,
these platforms would stop being so damn liberal with things. It's just like, dude,
it'll never happen.
Stop being so like
you gotta understand,
my God, sensitive.
As much as you want them to be like, as much as you want them to show that they care about their creators, at the end of the day, it's a business, and they're always going to care about their end more than you. Unless they're trying to.
That's mind blowing to me for channels and things like this, because it's like all your revenue depends on your creators. If you didn't have creators, you would have nothing.
But that's the thing. So many people want to. Right now, so many people want to be a creator. They don't care, and so that's always gonna
almost the easy way out nowadays.
I mean,
for people is what they think.
Yeah, you
then they get involved and they're like, oh fuck, a lot more goes into this.
You look at the people that are complaining, and it's the people who have already kind of been successful. I would say, you know what I mean, at what they're doing, because they've been through making money and seeing how much they take. I mean, you see so many streamers on Twitch have these crazy nice setups, and they literally aren't even an affiliate yet. Like they're not making any money. You know what I mean?
Mind.
Yeah. And so like it's sad, man. One thing that I will say I'm excited about, and I'm curious to see that when it's gonna roll out, TikTok is gonna make it so that in comments you can give live gifts. So like you can so you'll be able to just make money in the comments now. And to me, that could be a game changer. But
I thought you could do that already.
Some people have it already. Some people, like verified people, have it.
The gift stuff.
That'll be huge.
Well, no. So if you go on TikTok Live, you can give gifts, right? And TikTok takes half of that. But they literally are making it so that you can drop gifts in the comments on a video.
Yeah, I see it on Tony all the time.
Yeah, and so that, I mean, to me, it's like, okay, like that's really cool, because if a video does really well and people like it, and they're not only can they be like, because I like the skit I did yesterday, there was people, please make more of these skits, like please do more of this. This was funny. They can be like, I like this, make more, and like here's gifts, like that's a way to be that's a way to be like, hey, like
I want to invest in this.
That's going to encourage the creator to make more content like that, because people are paying for it. So
this is what we want to see, and here's some financial support to make it happen.
Yeah, because I mean, there's videos. I'll make motivational videos every once in a while. I'll be like, hey, don't be a piece of shit today, or something like that.
Right.
Like so give somebody a compliment. It's free, and you could literally make somebody's day 10 times better. They could be having the worst day ever. All you do is say, hey, dude, I like your shirt, or like you got a nice haircut, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, like thanks, man, and like it brings some joy into their life. People are like, that video is awesome, dude. I love these motivational videos. But it only gets like, I would probably say like, a quarter of what my other videos do. But somebody could be like, hey, I know, but I'm saying like somebody could literally be like, somebody could be like, I really like this video, and like toss gifts to show that they want more. It's like things like that will definitely, it's gonna change.
Kind of stuff is
It's gonna change
way more
content
beneficial.
on TikTok, I think.
Wait, when is this
Yeah.
supposed to happen?
Nobody knows. They just know it's a beta.
Yeah, some
Beta.
channels get it.
Yeah.
Like mine, I only have 2,000, almost 2,000 followers, and I can do the 3-minute stuff now.
Or I've
Which
I've
was
literally
only some people, I think.
I've literally had people come over to my Twitch and say, "Hey, like I don't drink caffeine, but I love the G Fuel videos are funny," and they'll freaking drop 1,000 bits or something.
That's
know?
amazing.
And so
That's
like
cool.
it's to me it's because the biggest thing is like I make money from the creator fund, the live gifts, but live gifts, it's not consistent or anything like that. But people who want to support or want to they want to donate to say thank you for making content that entertains me, they have to go over to another platform to do that. A lot of times they have to go over to Twitch, or like just an example, they have to go over to Twitch. That eliminates that step. So I definitely think a lot of people are gonna like do that by giving gifts in the comments.
Yeah.
And like obviously it's not public information, but I'm really curious how the people who have that feature already are doing with that. Like I wonder if it's a game changer, because I think it will be.
I see it on Two Turn Tony's stuff, and he's a big creator on there, and it seems like I would imagine he would make some decent money off of it, because it's every video he posts, he has gifts.
I could totally see that
because
being,
you can see it.
Yeah.
It'll have like a little gift box on the comments if somebody has donated so far.
Yeah, and it also would be cool. Like I don't know how it works. I haven't paid too much attention, but like if somebody gives a gift with their comment, does it like move it to the top or something?
I haven't like personally like looked into it that in depth, but I would imagine that would be a thing.
That'd be pretty smart.
Yeah, that'd be huge. I mean, they should. You paid 20.
I mean, dude, I like people.
Gift,
people are like, "Hey, I've commented on every video for you to mix these two G Fuel flavors," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, dude. There's like 1,000 comments. I don't see every single one, or I see the same ones all the time."
That's crazy to me. Is like people expect you to see their comments.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I have thousands of comments a day per video.
Yeah,
I'm one human being.
I literally had somebody come in.
Going through this.
I had somebody come in, drop 20 subs on Twitch, and be like, "Hey, I'm so and so on TikTok. Can you like find my comment and mix these two?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go find it right now and like I'll pin it or something to make sure I see it, and like remember it." So like that. I mean, that just eliminates that. Like they can literally just like be like, "Hey, mix these two flavors," and they it's like, oh, they dropped $10. Like, oh yeah, I'll do that one. It was nice of them. It's the least I could do. Is mix their flavor choice or whatever. So yeah, it's it's gonna be interesting to see how these platforms change and stuff. But I think we all can agree that they're starting to realize that what's going on right now is not enough. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them are gonna have to have to change stuff, because it's just that's how platforms grow or die, is the choices they make and changes they make. And I would say right now, Twitch is not doing enough. TikTok is doing too much to try and moderate stuff, and it's hurting the platform
100%.
more than helping it.
They're banning me for comments that I made that weren't even like bad comments.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about
what in the world.
I put first name D's, last name Nuts, and they got mad about that. Like,
it's like
that's
how
not
censored
even
can
harmful,
you make
bro.
us, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
Fun
put
fact,
adults on these platforms.
I definitely think
too.
YouTube is doing the best as far as like listening to the community and making changes, being more transparent.
They always have, really.
If you say, if you
but I would
my
hope
balls
so,
on TikTok
because of how
Live,
many
they
people
take
are on
down.
it.
Yeah, it's insane.
If you say suck my balls, they'll take you down.
They'll take down your TikTok Live. Yeah, they won't ban you.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like I cuss all the time, and I look over, I'm like, oh man, and I've never gotten banned for cussing. I think it's just because
but I got in trouble for saying "suck my balls."
Now it's gonna happen though. Now it's gonna happen, But
I said like hawk once, and that got taken me down.
Yeah, they don't want sexually explicit
like,
content.
dude,
Yeah.
what are you supposed to do if you got Tourette's? And so like you're sitting there, and you're just like, they're just like, hey, you can't be doing this, bitch.
Yeah.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
To think about.
I would totally like sue the platform if I had Tourette's and I got banned for that. I'd be like, hey, I have a medical condition.
That I cannot control.
And you
so what would you like me to do?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I gotta pee so bad. I'll be right back.
Same. I'm gonna do it at the same time then.
All right, now this is the Jeannie and Chris segment of the podcast.
Yeah, let's go,
dude. Okay, so if you go back on GTRP, bro, we could just be a bunch of old dudes.
I'm very down.
Dude, that'd be sick, bro. Because dude, literally, I would go around and I would be like, I'd be like, do you have my glasses? Have you seen my glasses? And they're like, no, sir, I don't have your glasses. You have my glasses. You stole them. I know you stole them. And then they would I would get in trouble and they'd take me to prison. Do you have any prune juice? No. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure. Can you go get some? Because I'm gonna die if you don't get me any. And they're like, all right. And then they'll come back and they'll have a smoothie or something. They give it to me and I'm all, this is expired. And I just pass out and die. Just stuff like that, dude. I playing as an old guy on there. It's not only funny because you can do a lot with it, but also because in that setting, being an old person, it creates a lot of unique situations for sure. It's a lot of fun.
That's amazing. You just be an asshole to everyone. And
Dude. Bro, I said before, I was I had gotten into I think it was a tow truck as well. But I'm driving around, right? And this cop comes after me because he's like, why are you driving like an idiot? And I'm like, what? Why are you driving like that?
Yeah.
What? Sir, could you pull over? All right. And then I just drive away. I didn't even stop. And then he comes to me again. Sir, I need you to pull over. What? Just I didn't I just annoying the cops in there is great, man. I love doing that.
Can you get a cane or something like that and hit people with a cane?
No, but what I do is so you can actually choose your walk style, right?
You just make it you limp like an old man.
Yeah, I limp like an old dude, bro. There's a walk style called Lester, which is Lester from the story mode.
Yeah.
And so I walk around like Lester, I'm all limping and stuff like that, bro. Oh my god.
You just walk really slow, you never run.
He's just he's got the cane.
If you run when you're using the Lester walk style, you hop.
Have you I want to go around and be oh my back, all complaining and stuff, you know?
Yeah, dude, I love doing stuff like that.
I forgot to take my medication.
Yeah, no, the
I haven't had a decent shit in 3 weeks.
Yeah, dude, so your character can die. You can actually have them sent to the morgue. Okay?
Oh.
And so I jumped off a building while I was evading the cops and I morgued myself. And so they were like, I put in the, they call it the skybox, which is just the chat, and I was like, hey, how long is this gonna take? They're like, do you want to get out of here quick, or do you want to go through the full ceremony? I was like, well, I'm streaming right now, so it'd be better to just get it done and over with. So they take me into the morgue and set me down, and I get this message, delete this character, and I was like, oh man. So I made a new character, and his name was Gus Bus Jr. So I got this whole family of people named Gus Bus.
And next is gonna be Gus Bus the Third.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but they keep calling me old man, and I was like, I was born in the 60s. I'm not that old. And they're like, nah, it's pretty old. And then I died on that character, made a new one.
I'm only 64.
Yeah, this one was born in the 80s. And I was like,
I'm not a senior.
40s.
Yeah, old timer, geezer, all kinds of stuff like that. They call you.
Yeah, but I'm totally down if we had a group of old people.
Yeah, I'll have to download it, make the character offline and stuff, so we're ready to go. Because that's the biggest thing with that game is having to go set up your character and stuff. Nobody wants to watch that.
Well, just let me know if you wanna set it up, because what I'll do is I'll just grab a tow truck and I'll drive you around.
All right.
Same goes for you, Genie.
So fun. I'd be so down for that. We could But
we have to rob dealerships and stuff like that, and then just escape. Just
yeah.
Okay,
what?
Sir, did you just rob that dealership? I don't know where I am.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's the thing, bro. That's a legitimate tactic, though, because it'd be like, sir, could you please step out of the dealership? What? Could you please step out of the dealership? What did I do? You just robbed the place. I did what?
I did what? I can't find my glasses.
Yeah, I can't find my glasses. And
then you're like,
anyone got any prune juice?
Is this the country kitchen buffet?
Yeah, dude, you can use so much of that.
But
yeah, dude, I love being old on that game.
I think this is a good time to go ahead and call it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's fun.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah,
for sure.
We didn't really talk about Colts, but
Let's not talk about there, bro.
We got off.
I mean,
got
dude,
off on
I wanted to talk about like the Manson murders and how like there's so many like theories because nobody knows the the actual conversations that happened. They just know what's been told by the people who got caught. And
lots
so
of
like,
drugs.
yeah, well, and then it leads to the whole MK Ultra mind control stuff too because they say Manson
What?
was a part of that, and that's why. I mean, because the whole thing with him was that he wanted to start a race war. Like he wanted to like do like a bunch of murders and then blame it on the Black Panthers. That's what his motivation was.
Whoa. Oh, I guess that was around the same time, huh?
Yeah.
That's weird.
And then like Tarantino, like I heard him talking about like his theories and stuff like that, and he thinks that that Tex orchestrated the murders when Sharon Tate died, like those murders and stuff, the Celio Drive killings, because they all say that except for Tex, they all say that when they got there, they thought they were just going to do a creepy crawl, which is where they just go like freak people out, like they would literally like leave a dead raccoon on your doorstep and like pound on the door
Just
when you
stuff to
come
fuck
out
with you.
Yeah, they would like pound on your door and then you'd walk outside and they'd have like something, like they'd have like Helter Skelter written on the wall in like, pig's blood. And then they would like waddle down the street like penguins to their car and like drive off. Like just weird shit. And so like they thought they were going to do that, And then Tex is like,
killing people.
Yeah, no, we're going to kill everybody in this house. And then like, and he said that, Charles has said that, but he didn't, I guess. Or that's what Tarantino said. And then like, I mean, they say that there was one of the girls that was there that night with them. And I don't remember which one she is in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because I know you're probably thinking of that, because that's the night I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But there was one girl that they said the only reason she was there is because she was the only one that had a driver's license. But she didn't drive. Tex drove. So it's like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would they bring her along because she had a driver's license but not have her drive? Like things like that just don't add up. So it's really interesting.
Well, they know that Tex drove?
Mm-hmm.
How can they prove that?
That's what everybody says. Tex drove.
Yep.
And they went and murdered more people after that. You realize that, right?
Yep.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. That's just the famous the day that Hollywood died because they killed Sharon Tate and she was pregnant. She was like due for that baby, wasn't she? Like any day.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Sucks.
Yep. Yeah, it was really, really sad. Yeah, that whole story. If you going back to like what we talked about earlier, if you want to get in depth with stuff like that and like really learn pretty much every detail, last podcast on the left, they do a very good job. They had the comedic value, but at the same time, they
have an episode on the Manson
knowledgeable. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
they did Manson in like 3 parts, fully in depth. It's a couple hours.
Yeah. It just content. Like because I don't know how much it's been like talked about or declassified, but the whole MK Ultra program is crazy. Because I mean, the whole idea was they were trying to see if they could make a Manchurian candidate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's what they were trying to like break people's minds so they could basically like just turn them into a puppet, and then they could have. I mean, like they said, like they could have a president who has no idea that they're being controlled.
Biden.
And nobody knows if they made it.
Whoa.
No, that's the thing.
All right.
That's the thing though, is like nobody knows if they figured out how to do it or not. Like they don't think they did, but who knows? It's not like they would tell us. So creepy stuff.
It is very creepy.
It's a rabbit hole for sure.
Yeah, I think that's something we could touch on next episode for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go check out that podcast.
Some time if you guys listen to that, have more of the details and really get into it.
So yeah, because when I go to the gym, I listen to podcasts and stuff. So I'll go listen to that. Yeah. And Genie, and instead of listening to classical music or the Last of Us soundtrack, you can just throw that on, and then
what's wrong with
Final Fantasy?
Chris can turn it on to drown out the sound of his miners just freaking going haywire.
Dude, I'm gonna get another 1070 soon, bro.
Oh god, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Did you tell Dad brace for the electric bill?
We have solar, bro.
Oh man,
that's true. You got solar. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
We're talking about like your the 3D printers.
No, mining rigs.
Yeah, he mines crypto.
Oh shit!
Which, by the way, dude, really quick, crypto mining just became like a little bit more or a little bit less profitable.
Mm-hmm.
So, because
Ethereum wise, yeah, Ethereum did.
Ethereum definitely. Ravencoin, it also became a little bit less profitable because the prices went up, so you can't mine as much of it. Which Ravencoin is what people are gonna move over to after Ethereum's done.
You got to get on that doo-doo coin, bro.
Oh, dude, I know, bro.
Yeah. But all right.
Anyways,
still holding on to Dogecoin.
Me
Are
too,
you
bro.
really? You guys really have Dogecoin still?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm really upset with myself because I could have easily made like $5,000.
Well, I mean,
But, I held on.
I did the math, and the money that because I was like, okay, so I made this much with Ethereum because it's gone up like $1,000, right? Since I bought the stuff. But I go and look, and it's like if I had bought into Doge when it was at like 17 cents or whatever, I still wouldn't have made as much as I would have with Ethereum. So.
Well, with Doge, if it ever hits $1, I'm gonna get like $2,000.
It's net. I'm like
I
honestly.
invested in Doge when it was like 0.03.
I'm honestly, I don't want to say it because never say never, but I don't think it's ever gonna hit $1, man.
I don't even need it to hit $1.
It got close.
If it
but
ever
that
gets
was peak
above,
hype, and the hype is gone.
I know.
If it hits above 35 cents, I'm able to sell.
Yeah.
But dude, I mean, like right now it's at like 25 cents or something like that, and then as soon as Elon tweets about it or something like that,
if he ever does again, Elon's been kind of saying that he shouldn't be doing it anymore. So, because it's considered like obvious manipulation.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's kind of frowned upon.
Yeah. There's also the whole thing where apparently they're
watch
gonna put a Dogecoin on the moon or something like that. Heard that.
We'll
too.
see.
That'll probably be big.
He could say whatever he wants. But like until they do it, like it's just like he'll say that oh we're gonna start delivering Model Ys this month, and then it turns out it gets delayed by 4 months. It's like he'll say whatever he can to get the
When is
investors.
Cybertruck coming out, dude?
Yeah,
I don't know. It got delayed. I'm pretty sure.
To be earlier this year.
And like they're saying, so we said it was gonna have this much power, this much torque. Yeah, it's actually only gonna have this much, and this like they're definitely cutting corners, bro.
Last year,
Genie's got his reservation for the Cybertruck.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
I do.
Dude,
I'm gonna still get it.
I'm telling you guys, once I buy a house, the G Fuel Mobile's I'm gonna start looking for the G Fuel Mobile.
Oh, like Pizza Man Dan, bro.
Pull up to TwitchCon of the G Fuel Mobile. That'd be crazy.
It's just gonna say code Danny D on the side.
Yo, what exactly is the G Fuel Mobile?
Make it the license plate, bro.
Danny D.
Danny D, bro.
Because how many characters does it have to be?
G Fuel Mobile though, like one actual vehicle.
How many characters does it have to be? 7?
Shelby. It's got to be a Shelby.
Well,
there would have to be like a dash, Danny D or something like that. But then that's not the code.
I don't think it has to be 7 characters.
Plate.
No,
I've seen lights plates that are like 5 characters.
Danny D.
Yeah, like and if you're in a state, does New Mexico require front and back license plates?
No, just back. Thank
well,
God.
if you're ever in a state that requires both, you can put use code as the front license.
Use code. Danny D in the back. Dude, that's hilarious. Yeah, but no, the car that I'm looking at, it's a 2015 or a 16 Mustang GT, because that's the year they made the years that they made the guard green color, which is like that grayish green color.
We actually saw a guard green Mustang at McDonald's today.
It's sexy, dude. Like when it's overcast, it looks super gray, and when it's sunny, it looks super green. Yeah, it's really cool how it like changes with the lighting. But yeah, all I have to do is put like a QR code on it, and like it's considered like a advertisement. So, like Shock just has a QR code on the doors.
Bro, did I tell you guys that apparently in China, like homeless people have QR codes on the little signs they have?
Okay, it's time to end the podcast, man. Stop talking about QR. All right, we'll see you next week, guys.
Sounds good.
Later.
See ya.
Peace.